What's happening, guys? Happy Gravy Day, everybody.
Happy Gravy Day.
It is episode 449 of Pass the Gravy with Alex, Pat, and Bobby Jokes back again. And I feel like we need to let's nip it in the bud right off the bat when we start the podcast before we get too carried away with everything. I just want to say that Pass the Gravy is we are no longer doing any dates in Russia or the former Soviet Union. Oh, I said my watch didn't get that. I said we are no longer doing dates in the former Soviet Union, now known as Russia.
Well, I mean, the Soviet Union is a lot bigger than Russia. Like we could go, the Soviet Union encompasses
only the
Ukraine.
former Soviet Union that is now Russia.
Okay, because I was gonna say like I
only
want to
that
go to
part.
Ukraine.
I don't know. It sounds cooler saying the former Soviet Union. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently, everybody's boycotting everything. I mean, I understand why. But I thought we were gonna nip that in the bud, like Pass the Gravy, hardcore against supporting Russia.
I just love that this is once again proved that people on the internet will argue over anything. Because people will just be like, fuck you, Russia, communist, blah, 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 blah,
well,
blah.
Pat, do you care about Ukraine?
Well, no, that's
looks like you didn't say Pass the Gravy's anti-Russia. Like, I don't think people are looking at Pass the Gravy for that.
But like so many times I've seen the take where someone's just trying to shit on Russia, like fuck you, Russia, and they say they're communist in the tweet, and then every fucking talk shows Russia hasn't actually been communist for 40 years. It's not what we're fucking talking about, man. That's not the point. Like you're focusing on the wrong part of the tweet. Russia is an asshole. Which actually, it's just Putin.
We're anti-military invasions, all right?
And anti-disestablishmentarianism.
And that. Also that. We're Robert, what are you anti? As if why we're just throwing in anti-Nazi. We already are anti-Nazi, but just throwing that in there.
Oh, I know what Robert's anti, because I am too. Anti-Rob Manfred.
We'll get to that. We are definitely going to talk about that here in a little bit on the podcast, but so we didn't really have any dates scheduled for Russia, but we are not doing them, so don't try and book us, Russia. We're out.
Don't do it.
Just no.
Talking to you, Putin.
It's no. The answer is no, and no means no. Also, quick reminder that this coming Tuesday is International Women's Day. And especially those women that respected the beauty of Manuary. Just wanted to make sure, fellas, you prep something nice for your ladies. Maybe do the dishes, buy her some dinner, cook that night. I'm not saying you have to vacuum. Let's not get crazy, but it's International Women's Day coming up. Let's respect women, fellas. That's what the Gravy Gang is all about. Even though sometimes it's not reciprocated in our month, Manuary.
You know what else we didn't bring up, which my fault. This feels like it's more up my lane and I should have said it right away. Happy Texas Independence Day, guys.
Well, not everybody's listening in Texas, but yeah, we are in Texas. So shout out to Texas.
Yeah. Shout out Texas for being like, hey, Santa Ana, fuck you.
Yeah. Suck our dick, Santa Ana.
Yeah. You're not that's the wrong Santa. There's only one Santa we like.
Yeah.
Here.
The only Santa I like is
jolly and
wearing
fat.
A red suit.
But yeah, Texas Independence Day.
Shout out Texas.
Actually, I'm gonna yell at my friend. Fuck you, Tyler Thomason, for not texting me this morning saying Happy Texas Independence Day. You're the fucking Texas history teacher.
I was about to say you should also know.
Yeah, but he's the Texas history teacher, and he's the reason that education is shit these days. I mean, you got a teacher that doesn't even know about the subject. No, it's directly him. It's directly
just him, only specifically him. Okay.
Just him.
Okay. Well, what else did I have on my laundry list of things in the Precome segment to get through? NASCAR's kind of dope. I said I'm a big race guy. Obviously, you guys know that. But I did watch, only because I bet on it, but I did watch the NASCAR at Fontana race this weekend. And betting on NASCAR is kind of electric. I didn't bet anybody specifically to win, but I bet It was like, it gave me a group of 4 racers. And I was like, I bet the guy that won the Daytona 500, I was just riding with what was hot. And I was like, oh, the guy that won the Daytona 500, I'm going to bet him to beat these 3 guys. And he ended up getting second out of those 4. But still, it's crazy because you're just like very early on, 2 of the guys that were in the pool that he had to beat got wrecked out. And I was like, fuck them, dude. This is tight. And then it's just wild, dude. Like I'm just driving. I'm in 3rd. I'm crushing it. This is going to be my day. And then, oh, fuck, somebody spun out. And now my day is done. My day is done. Like, what a fucking rush for me. Not for the guy that it happened to, but like kind of here for it. I'm not saying I'm going to watch NASCAR all the time, but I had it on one of the iPads I had up and was like, all right, it can be the 3rd, 4th screen. I'm down for that.
I've said for years, if you watch NASCAR with people that like NASCAR, it's incredibly fun. In college, I had 2 buddies that were big NASCAR guys, and we would sit on the couch race day and just drink beer all Saturday long. And they would be like, yeah, fucking Ricky Stenhouse Jr., dude, he's being a dick. You're like, yeah, fuck that guy. And you
I don't like him. Yeah.
I think that's the name of a driver. Maybe I'm saying the wrong sport.
I don't know if it is, but it sounded like a NASCAR driver name.
I mean, one, Ricky, that's a NASCAR name. And there's a junior in there, pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
But yeah,
anybody like that name.
I mean, it sucks you
into
into
a country singer or a NASCAR driver.
It was easier back in the day because everyone was just like, fuck Jeff Gordon. Because like, he was all proper and not Southern. So every NASCAR fan fucking hated him. But it's people say it's just driving in a circle, which first of all, no, it's an oval. Learn your shapes.
It's more, yeah, it is more of an oval.
And it's just, I don't know, it's exciting. You get into it. Maybe it's the beer, but it's exciting.
I mean, I'm not going to watch it over football, but it was tight to have on.
Oh no.
As like a second screen. It was pretty sick. So NASCAR confirmed, kind of cool. And then I got in a conversation with somebody the other day, and I felt like I should bring this into the podcast. So sorry, Jack, I'm just stealing the bit that we already did. How would you power rank water? Like water that you drink. How would you power rank the waters? Because I have compiled myself a nice little list here. I think if I'm power ranking water, you got to go spring water, number 1, because it's like, how cool is that to drink out of a spring, right? It's pretty sick. That's like the OG way to drink water. Spring water's got to be 1, bottled water 2, ice water 3, water fountain water, specifically after gym class or recess, Brita water, straight from the hose water, sparkling water, fridge water, but it has to have crushed ice. Has to be the crushed ice, not the cubed ice. Then just regular tap water, then rainwater. Honorable mention, tears.
What about ocean water?
I'm not drinking ocean water.
Not even Sonic?
It's not water though.
Think about it.
It's not real water.
I mean, fucking, when's the last time you actually drank spring water? Never in your life. It's just bottled water that says spring water on it. And there's absolutely no difference between that and all the other waters that are in a bottle.
No, I was in Colorado. I went trout fishing one time when I used to work at the sports station I worked at before the Buzz.
You drank water right out of the river?
Yeah. We
You definitely
really
drank bear piss.
Probably, but it's a spring. It's moving. It's clear.
What if 2 deer were fucking in the water right downstream and some of it got out and you drank deer cum?
I don't think that's what it was. It was clear. I don't think the deer cum would be clear. Spring water.
You don't know that.
You just feel like a caveman. You're just like, or a cowboy.
Yeah, that would be dope, but I don't like going outside, so I don't think I'm ever going to do that. Outside is stupid.
How would you? All right, give me your top 5. Top 5 drinking water. Power rank it.
I'm just gonna say cold, number 1. I don't care what the fuck it is. It's just cold. Let's see. After that, a nice hot water when you've got a sore throat. That's nice.
It's number 2.
I don't know. To me, water's either cold or hot. So, and then warm 3. That's all I got. It's everything else is water. I got 3. I can't even make a 5.
Well, I mean, I
No,
I
let me
spent a lot
hold
of time
on.
on
Let
this.
me respect the exercise and actually try and do this real quick.
Robert, what about you? What about you?
I'm
Okay,
going. I'm going.
Think while he's doing this.
I'm going room temp number 1,
of course.
and then everything else
Frozen
underneath.
glass. A frozen glass of water.
And then everything else underneath. Maybe some vitamin water.
Oh,
All right, throw it in that number 2.
I've got the clear number 1. It's Topo Chico.
That's mineral water. I guess that plays.
Topo Chico is the clear number 1.
I don't think so.
What?
Like when you come back, if you got back from like a run, you're not like you're never like, oh, I want to just crush a Topo Chico and like
Are you fucking
quench
kidding
my
me?
thirst.
The only one that I might put above that is Pellegrino. Like when you've been working your ass off or you're
All right,
running
rich
around.
boy.
I'm just telling you, this is a trick that I learned from the owner of the restaurant back in the day. Like when you're running around, especially in the kitchen, he would have me bring him a Pellegrino, like when you got a break for a second and you just chug half of that bitch. And all the bubbles and everything hit your fucking brain and it just resets everything. And you're good to go again. So I'm going to go Topo Chico, just cold whatever water after that. Then I'll go Pellegrino after that. Because to me, Pellegrino is a little bit more bubbly than the Topo, you know? Then I'll go, I think water fountain. Water fountain was a good one. I like water fountain water.
Yeah.
Because you always
I mean,
need
it
it.
sort of just tasted like metal, but like,
Nobody's ever like, oh, there's water
you
fountain.
needed it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm dying. I need water.
I want to
Water fountain water. And then guess I'll put hot water after that. Sometimes a nice hot water soothing.
Okay.
Really,
Well.
really, I only use that to make tea though. So it's not even. I'm not even drinking the water. I'm drinking tea. I'll go Brita. Brita number 5.
Brita,
there you go.
Brita water is cool.
I like how I just did mine in the middle of Robert's. So I'm an asshole.
Well, Robert said like 2, and then he was like, and then everything else.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
right,
much.
His third one was everything else.
Yeah.
Very, very quick power rankings by Robert. Okay, what else? Did anybody have anything else they had?
Would you rather have your own personal bathroom or own personal office? I want to go to Robert. I was going to say I want Robert first, but
I think right now I would want personal office. Because right now I'm sharing one with Sam, and like she'll have meetings on Wednesdays that she has to go out into the kitchen to do because or the dining room, because we're going to be both talking at the same time.
Appropriate for
you could move your stuff into a different room for her.
It's so much more complicated. She normally works off a laptop, and this setup is too complicated to move.
What you did right there is you alphaed the room. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, this is mine. This is my territory.
I actually I thought, like, just knowing Robert, you would think bathroom, but I was like, you know what? I have a feeling he's going to go office on this one, just because you seem like you like to be well organized when you're working. I get that that vibe from you. It's tricky for me because obviously a man like me needs my own bathroom because nobody should have to share what I do in there, and I don't need an office. On the other hand, I feel like I should get an office.
If you do it right and it's your own bathroom, you can also turn it into an office.
No, here's the thing. I have both. If you want to call this my office, we've got 2 spare rooms in this house. One of which is just, they're both filled with shit, but this one's filled with my podcasting shit. And then I've also got my bathroom, which I call my office. At work, I call the fucking employee bathroom my office. I think for me, the correct answer has to be bathroom.
Bathroom is just nicer to have like your own space for. I feel like I already
by the
have
way,
like an office, but
that's a mess too, which is not surprising. You want to,
but it's like your mess. It's okay if it's like a bathroom. If it's your mess in a bathroom, it's like that's mine though. But like if you come in, I already have a messy bathroom, and like you made it worse. It's like, what the fuck, dude? This is gross. It's like, but it was already gross. No, it was my gross. It's just me I'm dealing with.
I'm going to say something that shouldn't be surprising at all to the Gravy Gang, but it's also just what a trash bag I am. I have shaved twice in that bathroom since I've swept up the hair. So there's a pile of hair that's just been sitting in like on my bathroom floor for like 3 weeks. The
When you get
broom
up in
is
the middle of the night to go piss, like you just have like hair all over the bottom of your feet.
no, it's in a pile.
Yeah,
You know that, like-
Alex, come on. It's in a pile. No, he's not getting
Right.
it on his feet.
It's off to the side, but
It's
like
just also a little bit everywhere else. Like you walk by it moves. Like
no, it doesn't.
It's in a pile.
It's in a pile.
it's a pile.
Yeah.
You're right.
Every time I go in there, I see it, which is so far today. There's 3 or 4 times I lost track. I'm a healthy person. And every time I'm like, I should sweep that up. And then I leave the bathroom and I don't do it. This has been going on, like I said, 3 weeks.
That's pretty gross.
It's just hair. It's not like
Pat
it's my
has the
ball
grossest
hair.
bathroom officially.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, whether you're counting just the toilet or outside of it.
Just that. I mean, the whole thing in itself.
It's a wreck. But like, also, I mean, if you saw it, you'd be like, dude, this is fucking gross. But you'd also be like, yeah, this is Pat's bathroom. Like, this matches the person.
You've just like gotten like, oh, it's gross. Oh, it's Pat. Like,
I don't
that's a
even
pretty
like
solid like hack, honestly.
I don't even like store the toilet paper in like a you know, some people have like a little cabinet or you put it underneath the sink. No, I literally just take them out one by one out of the packaging of like I buy them like 18 at a time, and then the package just gets thrown into the corner of the bathroom. I literally live like I'm a 19-year-old college student still.
Yeah.
It's very problematic.
Do you have rats in your house?
No. No.
That's good. Seems like you might eventually if you keep this lifestyle up.
No, that's my space. I like to keep my spaces dirty. Common space, well, let's be honest, common space is still pretty dirty because there's a drink
Yeah.
club. But like,
You're the one that uses it the most.
yeah. Well, my sister has too. We got shit bags and shit, but it's all on like one tray. I'm a garbage person.
That's how I am. Like when I get like messy, Em always jokes like if there's a surface, I'll put stuff on it, and it's like, oh, but like
Yeah.
this is a coffee table. I'm just gonna like set this here, and then it ends up being like
9 beers later.
a stack of mail over 2 weeks. I'm like, wow, I should probably open these.
9 beers later, you're like, why don't you throw them away as you go to get the next one? Like, it never occurred to me.
It's not too many. I gotta make multiple trips. I'm not doing that anymore.
It's never once occurred to me to finish one beer, bring that with me to get the new beer because I have to put that in the recycle right next to it. No, I just let it pile up until you're like, Jesus Christ, you're an adult. Stop doing this.
What else did you bring in today besides your gross bathroom?
No, it was just the bathroom or the office talk. But
Yeah.
Because I have an overinflated sense of ego, though, I do feel like I deserve an office, even though I don't do any office work.
It'd be cool to have like an actual office.
Eventually, I'm going to do that with this room. Once I get the new laptop to hook up this microphone that's sitting here not being used, and I get a desk and everything, I'm going to clean up this room and actually make it like official.
That microphone's gonna turn into the pile of hair.
Could
I
be.
bought this microphone for the podcast, and it's just here 6 years later.
We'll see. Also, I mean, this doesn't really fit this segment, but since we're talking about how a piece of shit I am, remember when I went through that thing where I bought the insoles for my shoes and didn't do it for like 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
I bought some yesterday, so check in next week to see if I get them in there.
All right, yeah. So that'll be 3 more weeks of that.
This just fits what we're talking.
I'm sure that'll
about.
probably be. You'll put those in your shoes when you sweep up the hair. Or you did sweep it up into a pile, I guess.
Well, I technically after I shaved, I kicked it into a pile.
It's even worse.
Well, because I was getting
It's definitely not all over the bathroom. Then.
Well, no, I swept it with my foot and then I got in the shower.
All right.
It's my ass hair that's all over the bathroom, not
Okay.
not
That's
the
probably
beard
what it
hair.
is. Yeah. I wrote this down for the Precome segment, and I don't really think it's that funny now, but I'm gonna try it out.
I just read it.
An annoying rabbit. Bugsme bunny.
You're such a piece of shit.
I was like, there's already Bugs Bunny. Like, what? That's the only reason I thought it was funny. Maybe I was smoking a little
Bugsme Bunny
too
is
much
his cousin.
Almo remedy for that night.
Jesus. Retire. You're never going to be better than that.
That was just
That was
a
awful
one-time.
and amazing.
We're not going to use that one anymore then. All right. Okay. What else?
Oh, yes, we are.
Do you think they made playing cards first with like games in mind, or did they just make playing cards with like weird shapes and colors and numbers and a joker, and then like we should do something with these? Like, which came first, the card games or the playing cards? Because think of how fucking weird it would be to make a deck of playing cards without having any idea what you would do with it.
So you would think that the game would come first and then they had to make the cards for the game. But then you could also be like, well, you had to make the cards before you had the game. So it's really the idea of which came first, the idea of the game, or I've already confused myself.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
there had to be an idea for a game to make the cards, because why else would you make the cards? Why would you make 1 through 10?
They have 4 suites. One of them's hearts, one of them's clubs, one of them's diamonds, one of them's spades. Like 2 of them are red, 2 of them are black. We'll go. Let's go 1 through 10, and then we got like why not 11 or 12? No. We got a jack. We got a king. We got a queen. This is Joker guy, which we don't use for all of our games, but he's also there.
The idea for the game had to be there first before you made the cards. Otherwise, the concept of cards is absurd.
Because like the cards, like what a weird thing to make to not have any, like, I don't know, were dominoes made with the game in mind already?
I mean, dominoes has been around for a long, long time.
Right. Dominoes were probably just like rocks.
It's probably
at one
Chinese.
point.
The Chinese invented everything back then.
But I think that the card games had to be thought up before the cards were made.
Playing cards first appeared in Europe in the 1370s, probably in Italy or Spain, and certainly as imports or possessions of merchants. Blah, 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 blah. First European cards were hand painted, making them luxury goods for the rich. Oh, here we go. This is what we're looking for. When was the deck of 52 cards invented? Okay, now this is another one saying playing cards were invented by the Chinese before AD 1000. So that's before the 1370s.
See, we're getting conflicting information now.
I don't know. Fucking long ass time, man. Long ass time ago. I'm gonna say the game comes first.
The only thing I could think is you said that like if back in the day, like these merchants were going around making handmade cards, they were just like, oh, and these have 4 different kinds of numbers in these things. And they drew like the king and the queen on it. And they're like, ooh, like some king saw it as like, this looks like me and my wife.
We're talking about the 52
like, that
card
is
deck.
You. And then they like played the game. They made the game with it.
We're talking about the 52 card pack. Because like just because they said playing cards were invented back then, it wasn't, 1 through 10 Jack Queen.
Tarot cards, obviously, first.
I mean, technically, the tarot card is a playing card.
Do you think the tarot card, like, they were just like, oh, what if we just put numbers on it? And then they're like, well, this game goes too fast because we just have these same numbers. And then they're like, we got to add other shit. And so they're like, what if we made them red and black? I think the game came first. The game came first, but it was too easy. So they had to make the full deck of cards.
So they're saying the 52 card deck comes from around 1480 is when it originated.
They've originated.
Well, no, that was just the other ones were just playing cards. That can be anything.
Pokemon cards are playing cards.
Exactly. But the 52 card deck, we're looking around 1500. And there was definitely games around before then. So
card games
there's your answer.
Then cards.
Yes, there's your answer. See? Research. I'm a big research guy.
Mm-hmm. All right, Robert, what did you bring to the table today?
Have you guys tried out different firmness of mattress before, or are you always stuck with like the same one that you had for a while?
I've only bought one mattress since like I've been like an adult that makes my own purchases like that.
Yeah.
When Emma and I moved into one of our apartments, we got a mattress, and it was like we did try out the firmness of it, but it's like weird when you go to a mattress store. Like, I'm just gonna lay down on all of these. Like, you should get to take a nap on any of them.
Mm-hmm.
They should give you a 30-minute like nap. That's actually a great idea for a mattress store. It's like a mobile, or not a mobile house. It's like a model house. Like, you just get a model house, but it's got all different firmnesses. And it's like, all right, well, go hang out here for 30 minutes.
I got an idea for it. We'll call it the Naptress store.
That's perfect. Yeah.
What firmness was it? Or is it?
I do not.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I thought I was gonna just be like, give me the softest motherfucking mattress. But then apparently I didn't like that one. Ours is like medium soft.
You got mids.
It was like right in the middle. Yeah. What about you?
I have been using a firm mattress, but that's just like, it's kind of been handed down. So I've never bought a new one until just recently, where I got like a medium fill one, and I don't know if I'm just not used to it or if I don't like it, because I just had firm this whole time. So I don't know, like, do I just need to get time to get used to it?
Yeah.
Or is it too soft?
I would give it some time, but yeah, it is weird to think of like, how could something be too soft? Right? Like, it should just be like, I would just drift off into sleep. It's like a cloud, but it's not.
It's funny you said that, Robert, because I was thinking, like, when you go to a mattress store and you're sleeping, like you're laying down on them to test them, how would anything that you're not currently used to feel right? Like, wouldn't everything feel wrong because you're used to sleeping on it? Now, I think I would actually like a firm mattress, but mine is pretty fairly soft. It's a Tempur-Pedic, no big deal.
I want a Tempur-Pedic, but they're $1 billion.
Well, see that I've never bought a mattress in my life. I've gotten everyone. The way I got this one was like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, wherever the fuck it was, when my parents were moving out to Fredericksburg. My grandfather comes home one day and goes, I bought a Tempur-Pedic for when we move out there. And my dad looked him dead in the face and goes, well, you just bought Pat a $2,000 mattress because I've already picked out all the mattresses for the new house, and that's not going to fit. And I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, very comfortable. I enjoy it thoroughly.
I bet.
Still, and now I will tell you this is heavy as a motherfucker after all these years.
Yeah.
But
I mean, all mattresses are heavy though.
No, but especially like after 6 years of my fat ass, sweat and skin cells, it's very heavy.
Mattresses are weird.
Not to mention I've spilled scotch and fucking marinara and all sorts of shit on that mattress.
That's why we don't eat in bed, guys. We don't eat in bed.
Well, some of us do.
Eating in bed is gross.
It's not. It's amazing. Especially when your bed used to be in the middle of the living room.
That's if you're just like a millionaire, you just buy that sleep number one, which I will never do because Dak Prescott speaks for him. Fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
But like, you just, I'm a number this. It's like, obviously I would be a number 69 sleeper for the first night, right? Like, we start at 69, we see if I like that or not. Like, how long does it take you to find your sleep number? Does it take you like 80 years? You're like, I don't know.
I don't like the fact that the other person can control the tilt of your bed. Like, oh, he's snoring. Let me just tilt it up so he sits up. I sleep on my side or my stomach. So if you tilt it up, you're literally arching my back in the wrong direction. And I'm going to wake up not being able to move.
You get scoliosis.
Yeah. It's terrible.
It's a problem.
What if your dog,
honestly,
Dak sleeps on those.
Dak sleeps on those, and he's having surgery, so it can't be that good for him.
Yeah, and his favorite color is gray, so he's dumb. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Fucking weirdo. I hate Dak Prescott.
He sucks.
Fuck him.
So
I mean, you used to like him though.
You're a stomach sleeper, Pat?
I'm either on my side or like slightly on my stomach. You know, like kind of turn. I don't sleep like face down with my head just fucking turned so I don't suffocate. But I can't sleep. If I sleep on my back, I'll fucking wake up the neighbors with my snoring.
That's the way you're supposed to sleep, though. It's supposed to.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, I know you're supposed to sleep on your back. Oh, it's not comfortable for me. I'm a side sleeper.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
I
'cause, like-
sleep with like a dog too, and I'm always scared the dog's just gonna step on my balls. Like, wow. It's like if I'm sleeping on my side, then I can't do that. But then I had my eye injury a couple of years ago, and then I remember I like ripped that skin or the front part off like a year after that. And then, like I remember like waking up and I had my face in the pillow, and I could just feel it like stuck to my eye, and then like it like ripped again. And I just like ever since then I'm like, nope, never sleeping on my stomach. I'm sleeping on my left side with my face facing the other way.
I mean, I sleep on both sides because I toss and turn, but like
I'm always scared to sleep even on this because that's my bad eye.
You gotta have the side. And then what I do too is I fold it, like I don't put a pillow between the legs, but I do fold the comforter between my knees and like just tuck and sleep in that, and then also between my ankles. So like, yeah, dude, it's very comfortable. I don't know how anyone sleeps any other way.
I have the knee pillow where like it's like
Of course you bought that.
Robert,
you know what else? You know what else does that? Any pillow in the world.
Yeah, but it doesn't contour to
how much that pillow cost you?
I don't know. I got my money's worth already. About whatever the cheapest one was on Amazon.
Like $20 at the low end. That's probably what you pay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But also like, yeah, but here's the thing about that is it does have a shape. So like, I don't know, maybe you don't sleep with your knees directly on top of each other. Maybe they're a little bit staggered, then the thing is fucked.
Yeah, but at least I'm not like bone on bone, which is uncomfortable.
No, that's why you fold over the comforter, or you just throw a pillow.
I can still bones.
The comforter is way better.
I'm a bony guy.
You are. You do have bones.
Big bony guy. Yeah. We're all bony guys, actually.
Bones.
Bones. Do it, Robert. There you go. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
No.
That was a weird silence. Mm-mm. Sorry, I was chugging beer. That's not on me for that awkward silence.
Oh, I wrote this down too. I think candles are a scam because blowing candles out gets rid of most smells more than lighting a candle.
You ready for another one? Scandals. I'm on fire tonight, dude. Or today.
I like scandals a lot.
Yeah, I'm doing really well today, guys. I'm rolling.
He's hot right now. He's very hot. Let's move into the Comeback Kids segment where we tell you guys what we can shoehorn back in from this week's news. You guys want to talk? We're going to talk heavily about the State of the Union address coming up. But before we do that, we tell you guys about our friends at Little M Shop. They've now got personalized custom keychains. I have one that I was given. It says the Gravy King. Pretty awesome. Choose from 3 different keychain colors and designs and add any word or phrase up to 10 characters. Maybe personalize your keychain with your name, or maybe you create one that says Gravy King, like mine. They have personalized keychains that just go
everyone
$9.
do that. I want everyone to get a Gravy King one so yours isn't special anymore.
Hey, I hope they all do because Little M Shop would benefit from it. And that's really what I want to see. Yeah, personalized keychains go for $9 a pop. So add on an air freshener or sticker to unlock free shipping, which you get when you spend $10 or more. Yeah, the air fresheners pretty cheap. They're $3 a pop. Throw one of those bad boys in there. You get an air freshener, get a custom keychain. It's gonna be dope, I promise you. And if you use promo code PTG69 at checkout, you can get 10% off your order. They also have mirrors. They got t-shirts that are the softest t-shirts available. Go check them out. littlemshop.com, littleemshop.com. Give them a follow on Twitter at littleem tweets and on Instagram at littleemshop. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. littleemshop.com. Promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at littleemshop.com. This is the Comeback Kids segment. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. All right. Our first Comeback Kid this week is the rodeo.
Yeah!
Yeah, buddy. It's back. I'm big. It was gone for 2 years. The Houston Livestock Show Rodeo. It made its triumphant return. I went to the last day of the rodeo cook-off. That was pretty dope. Got to hang out with Gravy Gang's own Brett Brandon, reigning Man of the Year from past the Gravy's Awards. Got to hang out with him, his soon, his pre-wife and his brother, and I am jealous a little bit of my lack of rodeo attire. I wouldn't wear it except for that. Like, except for that, because I'm not a cowboy. I'm not Western at all. But like having a fucking duster coat for when it gets cold and you got your boots on and stuff, like that's a sick flex.
And you have a Halloween costume forever. You just go as anybody from Red Dead Redemption.
That's true.
Yeah.
Be Arthur Morgan. Although I thought it was a little bit of a soft move that a lot of people in the rain had hat covers, like cowboy hat covers. And then I realized that those are like $400 hats and they're made of like beaver skin and stuff. So that's why people want to protect it. But just like, do you think cowboys back in the day were putting plastic coverings over it?
No, because
Like,
it wasn't fashion back in the day. It was functionality. Now it's fashion.
Whoa. But also a beaver skin hat's really funny because it's just like you always have a beaver on your face.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I got beaver on my mind.
Brett's brother had a beaver skin hat. That was definitely a joke that was made way too much.
He looks like he would be the one making that joke every time.
He did make it, and then I was like, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that one.
That guy just, yeah, Chris looks like he enjoys a good pussy joke.
I mean, who doesn't?
Like, I'm looking at that guy, and you won't know what this means, but that guy definitely listens to Co Wetzel. He just looks like a fucking dirtbag, and I love that about it. And I mean that in the best possible way. He looks like a dirtbag. So I need to meet him. Have I met him?
Yeah. He's
Wait, yeah.
I don't believe so. Maybe. Yeah, he's been to the Spooktacular. I want to say.
Yeah,
He went to the Darling Like a Marlin release.
Yeah. I was gonna say I do remember.
Because that's when Brett. Yeah.
Good guy.
He's a cool dude. But yeah, rodeo's back, and dude, cook-off was legit. The coolest part was that I had 2 tent passes, which means you get to go to 2 different tents and eat their food. And I, like, my dumbass was just like, oh, cool, we'll go early and we don't have to eat too much beforehand because like they'll have barbecue all day. And then I get there, I'm like, no, they have like serving time is when like they cook all day. They're not just gonna leave barbecue sitting out all goddamn day. So then they all feed you around like 5:30 or 6. And I was like, you know what's also tight is now I can go to both tents and have 2 dinners. So I had 2 barbecue dinners, and it was awesome.
Let me ask you something, because a bunch of people from my work, they all went to one tent. Did they give you drink tokens, or were your tents just all you could drink and you just tip the bartender?
Usually, the 2 that I was in, it was like you tip the bartenders, but I think you buy tickets. Usually, you usually buy a pass to the tent unless somebody gives you one, and that's like your bought ticket. So then it's like, yeah, it's all you can drink. Because I would just go, can I get a, yeah. And then
that's okay. That meant, because I've only ever been to a tent one time and somebody gave me a pass. And I was like, I thought they were just all you, but I guess that makes sense that you could buy your way.
Gets you, yeah.
I always just assumed that the tents were pass only. And like, if you didn't know
they are,
anybody,
but you can buy a pass. You can buy a pass to some of the tents, not all of the tents.
That's what I said. Like, I thought it was all just like, you got to know somebody to get into a tent.
And not
which is
brag,
like,
but
kind of douchey, but like also, you know, it's rodeo, so it's not at all.
And like rodeo. All those people like in those tents usually like did a bunch of volunteer work, so it's like,
not me.
Like, yeah, you're like, I'm just a guy that's here to drink booze and eat barbecue. And they're like, okay, well, here you can come.
Every year, people ask me like, dude, are you going to cook off? And I'm like, no. And they're like, but why, dude? It's so fun. I'm like, I agree, but here's the thing, like. That means I gotta leave my house.
Big cook-off
not
guy
a bit,
now.
Not a big fan of that. 2, in order to get a pass somewhere, I gotta like talk to people and like form friendships enough for them to like me to just offer me one. Cause I'm not gonna ask for one. I don't act like I don't like asking people for things. Like there's a lot of barriers to me going to cook off. So unless somebody goes, Pat, here's a free pass, you have to come. And there's still a 50-50 chance I'm gonna make up an excuse not to go.
Shout out to my buddy Chris from Bayou Ironworks. He was the head cook at the Scoundrels Barbecue tent, and fucking he was in charge of the barbecue chicken that they made, and it was some of the best barbecue chicken I've ever had in my life. I mean, all of it was awesome. The brisket was awesome, the ribs were awesome, the beans were awesome, but just it was the best. And just eating barbecue food like after you've been drinking all day is the tits.
Oh yeah,
slap that bitch in barbecue sauce. Let's go. Yeah. Brisket's probably like, if I had to power rank barbecue food, it would be brisket, then ribs,
Yeah, brisket is the number one barbecue food. It is. There's a lot of great other things you can barbecue though.
But that's what I appreciate. Like I think Chris's chicken, because like you don't think typically like barbecue chicken is like when you go to a barbecue place. But like when you make some bomb ass barbecue chicken, and it's like that was the best part of the whole meal. Like you don't go in assuming the chicken's gonna be what blows you away. You go in like this brisket's gonna fuck some shit up. These ribs are gonna be the tits. But like when the chicken blows everything away, it's awesome.
That's some bomb ass chicken.
Shout out to that. And then also I don't want to brag about my knowledge of tents, but I am in the wedding business right now. And I just was like pricing tents. It's like that tent's about $1,000 because it just has this. It just has usually actually most of the tents are probably more than $1,000, but like that's about a 22 grand tent, right?
I was gonna say they're way more.
Because some of them have like it's like sealed off and they have like actual doors you open. Some of them they just have the curtain thing. Some of them the top is covered and like it's like three of the 4 sides are covered, but not all of them. And like the Scoundrels barbecue tent that I was in, it was like it had like a cool like patio area almost. It wasn't covered, but then you could walk under the covered part and it was tight. It was cold, but it was like there's barbecue around everywhere. So you're drinking. You kind of feel that. Yeah, it's awesome. But I had a really good time at Cookout. And I'm kind of like a big rodeo guy now. I'm obviously huge into barrel racing. If you listen to the Rod Ryan show, support our barrel racing ladies, but mostly Brett Brandon is just giving me all of the information on that I'm repeating on the show. So shout out to Brett and Chris. But yeah, a lot of fun at Cook-Off.
You plan on going to any shows?
I mean, if I could get Ricky Martin tickets, obviously
that would, I mean, you say that as a joke, but that would actually fucking be dope as shit.
Oh, you think I'm joking? I would see the fuck out of Ricky Martin. I want to live La Vida Loca. Emma's going to see Tim McGraw tonight.
So am I.
Better not touch her.
I mean, I respect women, so
good.
I don't touch any of them.
Good.
That's my choice, man, not theirs.
It's all because of me. But the rodeo's back, and yeah, rodeo, it fucks, dude. Rodeo fucks.
Rodeo does fuck. Fucks hard.
Yeah, it does. All right. Also, comeback kid this week is ruining baseball. Ruining baseball is back because Rob Manfred's done a great job of doing that, and baseball's ruined, and it's dead now. Now they're missing the first 2 series. So does that mean every team misses 6 games, or does that mean some teams miss 4, some teams miss 7, some teams miss 6? I don't know. But the first 2 series of the season have been canceled and are not going to be made up. And I don't think it looks like we have a resolution anywhere close.
Sure wish we had those, what was it, Robert, 62 days at the beginning of the bargaining period that MLB just goes, no, we're not going to negotiate during this time. Sure wish we had that time back.
Mm-hmm.
It's just shout out, and I'm sorry for, I believe it was Mundo that said his friend is a big Phillies fan, so they were going to go to opening day, and now they can't. So fuck you, Manfred. And I understand, like, whenever you're the commissioner of a league, you're almost never liked, except for basketball. Basketball seems to get it, but I think that's because the players have more power than the owners. But like, it's not hard to not be a total fucking scumbag. And I get
XFL commissioner.
There you go. I get that the commissioner, the commissioner, people forget, works for the owners. Doesn't work for the players. There's the owners and the commissioner, and then there's players in the MLBPA. That's why they have bargaining and everything. But like, holy shit, when he's like, you know, we got to do things to help save money because it's been a hard last 3 years.
Oh, I'm sorry, billionaire. Billionaire.
No, over the last 3 years, MLB made, I believe it was $43 billion.
But I mean, all the owners are billionaires, so it's like I don't know. But
and
Rob Manfred and all commissioners pretty much get paid a fuckload of money to just be like, hey, everybody's gonna fucking hate you, but just like kind of just get fucked for us real quick because we don't want to do that. We're the owners. You get all this money, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna say all the stuff nobody wants to hear, which like still fuck Rob Manfred. I'm not anti-fuck Rob Manfred, but like, yeah, I don't know. This has been a real big clusterfuck. I don't like. Are we gonna miss the whole season? Are we gonna miss the whole season?
No, they'll figure it out before then. But
remember when I was like, it's probably we're not gonna miss any time, and Robert's like,
oh yeah,
all right, dude.
I think like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I said I'm hoping for 140 games, maybe 120.
Do you think the season starts in April?
Ooh.
Does that include spring training?
No, like regular season starts in April.
Maybe they do.
Or spring training, sure.
They seem pretty far away right now. I feel like because wasn't it like the MLB had said that it was like their last and final offer, and it was like it's not getting better than this, motherfuckers. And the players like, all right, well, we're just gonna get the fuck out of here. And yeah, I don't know. I think March
By the end of April, we'll be started. That gives us 2 months.
By the end of April,
I said by the end of April, we'll be started baseball. I don't think we're gonna go. And we all know that I suck at making predictions. I don't think we go 2 more months without a resolution to this. That's a long fucking time. Because if we go 2 more months without a resolution to this, we're legitimately looking at like an 80-game season at that point. If it takes that long, like if by the end of April what
was it for the pandemic year? Was it 60?
60 and started in July.
We're gonna have games by July, right?
Definitely.
Right. I feel like the further it goes without a deal, the closer we are to a 60-game season, because aren't the owners pissed because they want like 1 million? They want like all the teams in the playoffs. They want it to be, which I mean, honestly, in baseball,
14 teams.
In baseball,
that's almost half the league.
I understand, like, yeah, it's like, but that's how hockey is too. And hockey has the best postseason, and it's like, okay, 16 teams get in there. That's like that's about half. Okay, I like the way the NFL does it, where I think is it 14 teams now? The NFL, 14,
yeah,
I want to say, yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah, because they added the 7 seed. No, they need to go back to 12. 7 for football is dumb.
I don't mind it, but
there's
baseball,
such a big discrepancy between 1 and 7.
Baseball, I always got bugged by the fact that it's like you play the most games of any other sport, and then they're like, and these guys get to like, you send a couple of teams in there, and it's like, no, it should be a little bit longer. It should be a little bit longer. I'm not saying we need 14 teams, but I think that the owners now are like, remember how sick though that the COVID year was, the playoffs, because like everybody got into the playoffs. Then they had like the 3-game series. You had all those teams. Like I think that the owners like, but if we get a shortened season to that point, then we have to be like, we're just gonna go with the 60-game season.
Well, they want the postseason money. The postseason,
but you get all those.
Dumb. Like, I'm sorry.
It is dumb. It is dumb.
We're going to start getting
the owners are also being dumb. The owners are also being dumb. And it's like, I think that they know that, well, worst case scenario, we play a 60-game season and we get this. We already know how to do a 60-game season. Which, fuck that 60-game season. But it was kind of tight that, like, you just played the same, like, 12 teams over and over and over and over and over again.
That was the only cool aspect of it. Really, the only reason we remember it being kind of tight is because we were so starved with sports, and then we finally got to sports.
And it was like, you get the freebie of, like, if my team doesn't win it, fuck this season. It's not a real season. But if my team does win, I'm totally taking credit for it as a full season.
100%. If the Astros had won, we would have earned that. But the Dodgers,
the Lakers and Dodgers, absolutely fucking not. Fuck them. Fraud titles. But if like the Yankees had won, absolutely, I'm taking credit for all of that.
Yeah, I mean, no Lakers championships actually count because the Lakers are a bad sports town. Outside, I'll say this: they care about the Lakers, and they show up to Lakers games. Other than that, LA is a bad sports town.
Well, you go to the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, but if you go to a bar, you don't even know if sports are going to be on the TV. It's a bad sports town. LA doesn't give a shit about sports.
Are the Oscars on tonight?
Yeah, it's a fake city full of
How
fake
often
people
do you think the Oscars are on?
And fake problems. They all suck. But yeah, 14's too many, man. Half the league shouldn't get in. I understand the owners' point.
It's like hockey's tight like that, but basketball does that. I mean, football's getting that way. It is weird. Like, but you usually don't see like a Cinderella story win the World Series. You sometimes do. It's just like they've earned it kind of throughout the season, and I do appreciate that about baseball. It's like, bitch, do you want that one? Like when it used to be like win the fucking division or be the wild card team. There was one wild card team, and then it was like, okay, now we're gonna add another one, I don't like the play-in game. I think that's weird. I think there should be another series at least that they have to play. It's weird to just be like, we're gonna burn your best pitcher, and then fuck you. The one game playoff is weird. I kind of do too, but the Yankees have been in it a lot, and that's why I hate it. I think like so I'm biased by that, but it's like it's like I like the beauty of like at the end of the season, if it's like the division's tied, you had like I think it was like the Twins and the White Sox played in a 1-game playoff, and it was just after the regular season. It was like that was absolutely electric because it happened so rare. The fact that it happens every year, it's like it's still electric. It's still fucking fun, but like
because it's like you can't.
It would be cool if it was a 3-game series, and then you had like a little bit longer. But then you'd still be down 2 pitchers at that point, max or minimum.
The teams can't complain because like guess what? You shouldn't even fucking be here. We're giving you a shot. Yeah, you're down your best pitcher. Okay, you should have won 3 more games during the 162 games.
No, you're right. You're right. So it's with American sports, when you look at like as I've gotten more into like West Ham and English Premier League soccer, and but you just see like over there, like it is the favorites win everything. Like that, there's 4 or 5 teams that just dominate everything, and it doesn't allow like because they just play. But they just play like, but that was one time. Like they play like a table. So like the regular season's over. Whoever has the best record at the end of that, that's it. Which makes sense. But it's like dumb. America's like, fuck that shit. You got to win it in playoffs. And we're going to have some crazy shit go down in the playoffs. Like the NCAA tournament is awesome. And people don't give a fuck about college basketball. Watch it because you can see a 14 seed knock off a 3 seed. And you're like, what the fuck? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Like anybody, you have to earn that championship. And the Giants wouldn't win Super Bowls. The last 2 Super Bowls the Giants have would not be possible because the Giants barely got into the playoffs and then just got hot at the right time. And like
Packers would have a couple more.
Packers probably would. Packers would have a lot more actually.
It's just America.
The table.
America refuses to let the last game of the year be a tie, and the rest of the world's like, yeah, it could be a tie.
But the justification for that is because I guess the NBA kind of plays everybody. But like in the NFL, like in the English Premier League, you play everybody home and you play everybody away. You play every team in the league. So it's like, but you played all the teams, like so everybody's had the same exact schedule. You don't have that in most sports. So you get to go to the playoffs.
Football.
Right, which it'd be insane. But like that I think is why they just stay with the table system and like European stuff. But like even if you watch like the MLS, like no, we're gonna have a draft and we're also gonna have a fucking postseason. Like the Dynamo can fucking win shit.
I'd like to see
shit now. We just signed a guy.
Like, and they won't do it because soccer is soccer. Like it's the way it's always been, and it works for soccer. But how sick would it be if, like, at one point in the year, they did a tournament of like you don't even have to take 16, the top 8 teams. You know, like everybody come single elimination tournament on neutral sites, winner take all. Like that would be electric soccer to watch.
Like like
no ties.
Well, that's kind of what they do. The FA Cup.
Scores a goal.
They do the FA Cup.
Is that a tournament?
Yeah, West Ham just got knocked out of that today.
Oh,
like but that's every team, like every division in football gets to compete in it. No, it's a very, very popular thing.
I've heard of it. I didn't know I just assumed it was another table situation.
Yeah, but the MLB lockout doesn't seem like it's going to end. Robert, when would you say we get baseball? Do you think by April?
If it's April, it has to be like very late April.
Because you have to do at least 2 weeks of spring training, right?
Well, I was just saying a decision, like an agreement comes to term by the end of April is what I was saying.
I think
you probably get an agreement. You get a 2-week period, then you get the 2 weeks of spring training, and then the regular season would start, right?
Yeah, this is me being
right now.
This is me being positive. I want to say we have games in May.
I'll accept that. I'll still be very, very angry and very upset, but God damn it.
I saw someone post that like once it is opening day that that MLB doesn't deserve any fanfare. It should just be we're playing. We're not having this like whole celebration where we're painting the grass opening day 2022. It's just like nope. We're just playing. No fanfare.
And every stadium. I'm not going to any Yankees games this year.
Every stadium
because the league here got canceled. So
yeah, all the fans in all stadiums on opening day should throughout the entire game chant "Fuck you, Manfred." Like
no, they should just boo loud
through the. No, you don't boo the players. We're on the players' side.
You boo the players too.
No, we're on the player's side.
Did you see what Evan Gaddis did?
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm a pro-union guy.
Evan Gaddis, he doesn't play, but he was on that Braves after the Astros, right? Like he's not an Astro anymore, was he?
I don't remember
I don't
if they
think
were
he
his
went
last name, but
anywhere.
he's always an Astro. He's an Astro forever.
Okay. But Evan Gaddis yesterday just tweeted fans' fault, and people got really mad. It was like, he's clearly trolling. And he was like, obviously some people couldn't take a joke, but like, it was just like really funny. It was like, it's the fans' fault.
Fucking love Gaddis.
Somebody had to do it. I appreciate that as a fucking, like,
I also,
yeah, you're awesome.
this doesn't have anything to do with it, but I saw another tweet yesterday where somebody ran into Greinke at the Arizona State game, and they were like, how do you like Houston? He's like, I love the team. The city sucks. Which, like, I can see that, like, and also, like, I found he lives like around where I work or lived. Not an extremely exciting part of the city in the first place, but also I feel like his personality is a lot like mine, to where I don't know if it's the same but different. He doesn't really like going out because, you know, he's got his anxiety shit, but like he likes outdoor activities, like, you know, hunting and camping and shit like that. Not a great area. Houston's not like, I wouldn't say Houston's a great camping destination.
It's
like, I get it.
The shit you can camp at.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also, and it's a big city, and he doesn't really like being around a lot of people. So I get it. I will forever love Greinke. He can say nothing wrong in my eyes. Made me laugh.
Anything else anybody has on the MLB lockout?
Let's all chant "fuck Rob Manfred" at every game we go to this year.
I think it would be really funny, and this is how the Astros get everybody off of their ass. Like they just boo everybody, no matter what. And so then when they boo the Astros, it's like, but they're also booing. They were booing the fact that there was a lockout. No. You're like, it's not. We're not booing you. We're booing
like you're on
because
Manfred's
it's an opportunity. I'm not. I fucking hate Rob Manfred. I'm not a scout.
Why are you booing the players?
I'm not because it's like you get the because Manfred's not going to let you just boo him. He'll kick you out of the stadium if you went up to wherever Manfred was in the stadium. We probably wouldn't show up to because he's a coward. Probably sit in his little luxury box behind his. He'll close the glass so he can't hear you. Put his headphones on.
I'm definitely getting a clown shirt for him. I'm getting a Manfred clown shirt.
They already make them now. They do make those.
I know.
We don't get free ads out, but if you look hard enough, you can find them.
But I don't remember if we talked about this.
Boo players. He obviously doesn't have a problem with you booing players. So if you just booed all the players and we're like, we're not really booing you.
You can say it as many times as you want. I'm not booing the players. I'm booing the players when they're opposing the Astros.
I'm going to boo my team's players. I'm going to boo all the team's players.
Yeah, well, you're a Yankees fan, so of course you're going to boo your team's players.
Sometimes they need to be booed.
I don't remember if we talked about this, but did you guys see that ESPN is going to try their own Manning cast with baseball?
Yeah,
that's not going to work.
Baseball's already like filling time and telling stories.
It's not. And one of the guys is A-Rod. I'm like, I don't
see.
Like
that's the problem. That's the problem. Is you chose A-Rod. You would think it could work for baseball for that reason. Is it's all just telling stories and filling time, so it could work. You choose A-Rod, who's not going to open up. He's very calculated in everything he does, and he already does like all the baseball shit. Give me like David Ortiz. Give me all guys that are going to fucking cut loose. Put a fucking Evan Gaddis on there. Just give me a bunch of wild cards.
No, I want it to be like raunchy. They should go like bring Derek Jeter and just have Derek Jeter talk about banging a bunch of chicks and be like, it's okay. I gave him a gift basket. Like he's free. He's a free agent right now. Bring him in there. Let Derek Jeter just talk about banging chicks. And then like, also you have big buddies. Oh yes. I bang chicks too.
Air it on TNT and just give me the NBA on TNT guys. Just Shaq and Kenny and fucking Charles Barkley shit talking each other while kind of understanding baseball, but saying shit wrong all the time.
It should be people that don't know. Yeah, the people that don't know about baseball. And so, because then, like, if you're like watching with other people that don't know about baseball, then it's like, oh, okay, let's do this. Like they're like us. Like
TNT has it right. They've got their NBA broadcast is the best one there is. Their TNT one is the best one there is. It's phenomenal. You got to have the one guy at least who is just going to cut loose and you never know what the fuck he's going to say. Like we got Barkley on basketball. We got fucking Biz on hockey. I don't know who that's going to be on baseball, but
Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I'm sure Jeter's the one to fucking cut loose. If anything,
let Jeets do it.
Like, I mean, we've got some guy like Poppy kind of does it. Pedro kind of does it. You need that guy.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Won't happen. But if it does, I get 100% credit for calling it. Remember last time the two guys that saved baseball when they had a lockout? Sosa, McGuire, the Royd cast. And they're just like, yeah, I could have hit that further.
I don't want to look at Sammy.
I could have hit that farther. Well, most of it's not. He's not on camera for most of it. We'll do that.
Sammy's scary looking now.
But how funny would it be? Just like it's only like steroid guys. Only guys that did steroids, and they're just like, I could have hit that way farther.
Oh, you know what you do? Yeah, that and Pete Rose to talk about gambling throughout the entire broadcast.
Just get like, yeah, and then you could throw Jeter in, like, and Jeter, talk about the weirdest bang you had in Milwaukee.
Baseball should be the first sport to, because we all know baseball's popularity has been dipping over previous years. Be the first one to fully embrace gambling. Like on your broadcast, talk about, okay, and that hits the over for strikeouts. He was at 6, now he's at 7. That hits the over 6.5 minus 120. Like have that be their Manning cast, where it's just gamblers sitting around. That'd be fucking awesome.
Unless you're not into gambling, then you wouldn't care.
But I mean, you don't make it all that, but you pepper it in there. Like, I mean, we all know Jim Nance for years has given little like nods. Too. Like nods to gambling, but he doesn't outright say it. Fucking Chris Berman always did it, but just fully embrace that shit.
I'm down for that. I think we fixed baseball, fellas.
Why don't they just ask us?
Our next comeback kid, we got our final one this week. We only have a couple comeback kids this week. Is voting, because guys, it was very important. Kenya Valdez, shout out to our girl Kenya. Woman of the Year, reigning woman of the year at Kenyatta Mandata. She said, she let us even know about this. It said, comeback kid, reminding people to vote and stay in line. I always do tell you guys, hey, get out there and vote. And a lot of times you're like, Alex, what are you voting for? I'm like, I always go out and vote, okay? And they always say, hey, stay in line. Don't let anybody tell you to leave. As long as you're in line, they can't kick you out. You can still your vote still counts. And she sent me a text message I believe was with her husband. And it said, voting line is long, so probably going to be a while. And she says, don't leave the line, even if they say they're closed.
Man, there was a lot.
She gets it. I voted 6 times. I know
on Twitter.
There was a what?
A lot of people flaming each other on Twitter or just in general. Like I saw polling places where the Republican side was shut down and you could only vote Democrat, and the same vice versa, where Democrat was shut down. People on Twitter are like, oh my God, Texas is just trying to subdue the Democrat vote here in Harris County where it's all Democrat. They're trying to fix it. And then people are commenting underneath, which I don't know if it was true or not, going, no. And these ones, it's the party's job to supply their own people to each polling place. So they just didn't fill up their thing, which I don't know if that's fucking true, but I had a couple of regulars come in last night fucking livid because they went to vote across the street where they always do, and there was no Republican voting. And man, just vote anyway.
But if you can't, no, because if you can't vote Republican, then you just go troll the other one. Like if you can't vote your party, you just troll the other party, right?
You just cross out Beto's name and write in whoever the fuck was running Republican.
We're not taking sides on this either. We're not pro or anti-Beto. This is a very neutral podcast. We don't give a fuck about who you vote for. As long as you vote for Harambe.
Yeah. No, but like, and everybody just get pissed off. Like, I can't believe they won't let me vote my side. Okay, we'll go like a mile down the road to the next place. Because they're saying you could vote anywhere. Just this one isn't staffed, which I don't know why that location's open if it's not staffed, but
because it was probably open for the other one. And only like like you said, they send certain people to certain places. But the
politics never uses common
you're
sense.
voting same party. It's people running against people in their own party. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Like, I wasn't sure if it was primaries because I didn't really listen or pay attention to it at all. Like, they're subduing the Republican or they're subduing the Democrat vote. And you're like, dude, you're running against yourselves. Like, this isn't Republican versus Democrat.
Yeah,
you don't even know what you're voting for.
People just want to be mad. And it was like, obviously, you didn't go vote. You obviously didn't go vote if you're the one that's like bitching about this shit because you don't know how it works. You could have just figured out another polling place.
I didn't really know it was primaries until I saw this morning Beto won
the elections are in November
nomination for Texas. And I was like, oh, it was primaries.
Yeah. The voting is in November on Super Tuesday. And yesterday was tax day, which is traditionally when you do your
Stop
primary
saying that.
voting.
You scare me every time.
I'm gonna pepper in Arbor Day every now and then. Just do that on Twitter. Just every morning, like every couple of days, just fire off like a happy this day, even though like not an obvious holiday, but just like happy Flag Day, everybody. People are like, wait, is it Flag Day? Fuck. I didn't put my flag up.
I gotta go get my flags.
Voting's back though, guys. Don't forget to vote. I personally vote every single day. I vote every single day. And so, I mean, honestly, anybody listening, I voted enough times for you. So we're good. John Fredericks was like, how did you not remind me, Alex? I was like, well, I remind you enough anyways. You should know. And I voted like 6 times today. So you're set. And then I got some shit for voting 6 times. How apparently that's illegal. And I was like, well, I can only vote as many times as they let me.
Well, blame the people that didn't stop.
Yeah, it's not my fault. Excuse me for exercising my freedom. I got excited about it. So I got back in line.
There you go.
Had a spirited conversation about patriotism.
All right. Hell yeah.
We should I don't think you're allowed, like you can only stand so far from polling places. But you know, like sometimes there's like the guy that like hands you a flyer as you walk in because they're just far enough out. And I'm like, I'll vote for you. I don't fucking know about school board shit. I'll give this guy that like I actually like saw in person. I'll give him a vote. I don't fucking care. We should go and make up people, like just make up a name and be like, go vote for so-and-so, vote for Summer, vote for Pedro, like, and then just hand it like, where are they on the ballot? It's like, if you look far enough, they're way down, way at the bottom. But like we put like the like campaign signs, but they're just for absolutely nothing.
Vote for Hugh Nuts.
Right? It'd be perfect. Or we just vote for Wheezy and it's just Wheezy in a suit.
Vote the Ligma Party. I will say this. I hate political signs and advertisements that don't tell you what party the person's for. Just put it on there. What are you trying to hide what party you're voting for so you can trick people into voting for you?
Maybe.
Don't do that. It's deceptive. I don't like it.
For office. I'll be in the Whig Party.
I'm being the Ligma Party.
The Ligma Party, yeah. Or what was the Teddy Rosie's party? The Bull Moose. I want to be the Bull Moose Party.
Fuck yeah.
That's just like that fucking alpha party.
Yeah.
That would be funny to go to like a primary polling location. I'm looking for Bull Moose primary vote. Like, we don't what? That like, literally no one is in that party anymore. Well, I am.
Oh, you don't even have them on the ballot? They're suppressing the vote.
Wow. Well, Twitter's gonna hate this.
Let's get the Bull Moose Party. I don't know what their stances were back in the day, but we can flip it. We've seen it happen before.
Yeah. Perfect. And
legalize sports gambling and fire Manfred. That's what we're running on.
Hang out with bulls and mooses.
And marijuana.
That too. All right. That was our Comeback Kids segment. I was about to say send in your Comeback Kids, but that's not a thing. Kenya did
send in your cum.
But don't send in your cum. Please don't send your. But shout out to Heavy Metal Racket on Instagram at Heavy Metal Racket sent me. This is back from when we had our scumbag conversation where we learned what scumbags were. And Heavy Metal Racket was like, yo, I got this. But then also I realized I'm wearing a vest. So it looks like it says cumbag.
Which is what a scumbag is.
It is. We're all learning again. And maybe you're new and that's exactly what it is. Go look it up. I remember Pat's face just being like, no,
there's no way.
It was wild. Let's move on to mock draft season, guys. Mock draft season kicked off last week. If you're new, we basically just after football season's over, you see nonstop mock draft 3.0, mock draft 4.0, mock draft 5.0, mock draft 6.0. Like, it's all about, hey, we're predicting who people are going to predict that people take. And we decided we're just going to draft random things up until April when they have the actual NFL draft. So last week, we did a mock draft of manly things, and Pat won easily in that one. He had 57% of the vote. I got second place with 38%.
Oh, man.
Robert was third with 5%. So Pat has the lone win this mock draft season. And we're going to keep trying. We're going to try and do things topical. If you have any mock draft suggestions, hashtag PTG mock draft, I'll ask each week as well. I saw one, maybe we pencil this in for next week. But I definitely want to get this one in this season because this was a good one. I think it was Darren Hemel said mall food court places. Food court places. Like, that'd be a fun mock draft. I immediately had like 25 ideas to pop in my head right then, but that might be a good one. So maybe we use that next week. But if anything topical happens, we're going to try and stick to the topics if we haven't already done a mock draft of that. And I don't know if you guys heard, war, kind of a big deal right now. People are talking about it a lot. I'm not talking the game, but let's do a mock draft of wars, fellas. You guys down for that?
Yeah.
A little mock draft of wars. So we're going to draft in reverse order from the finish of last week. Since Pat got first, Pat will go last. I was second. I will go second. Robert will go first. It is a snake draft, so it's going to go Robert, me, Pat, me, Robert. That's how snake drafts work. I'm sorry if you already know how snake drafts work. I always feel like there's one person every week that's going to be like, what? Wait, how is this going? So without further ado, is that what it is? Robert, why don't you kick us off our mock draft of wars? This is pretty wide open too.
Yeah, Alex was trying to get this out of me before the show, like, so I can plan my.
Well, you had the first pick. There's nothing I can do, So it's like I would just tell you who my pick was.
I don't know. You're trying to get like insider information. It was a little sus, as they say.
In the draft, in the NFL draft, a lot of times who's going number one overall because nobody else can like swoop in and take them.
See, I am gonna go with Avengers: Infinity War. That's gonna be my number one.
Of course.
Avengers.
Great movie.
This is the whole cluster of it, but I'm gonna go Star Wars. Just because I knew that's what Pat was gonna take. And
of course I was gonna take Star Wars.
There's no way that's coming back to me. But Star Wars,
not a chance in hell it's coming back to you.
I think is just I mean I am biased actually, so I think Star Wars is better than Infinity Wars.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
But Infinity War was a great one.
Not shitting on your pick, Robert.
I was hoping to get this one in the second round, but wow. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, War
Edwin
by
Starr.
Edwin Starr. Yeah. Fucking I mean, come on.
Solid. No, that was very high on my list.
And I don't know which version is better, his or Jackie Chan's. Both great. So, God.
I'll put War by Edwin Starr, but then I'll put Jackie Chan as the picture.
Yes. Good call. Shit. It's always tough going back to back right here. I'm gonna take the card game war.
God, that's a good one.
We were talking about card games earlier. I like that one.
That is a solid one. Very solid one.
And it takes zero effort. It's a great game for stupid little kids to play.
Yeah. We were Emma had Vegas Vacation on the other day. And when they go to the weird casino where you can play war and gamble on it, I was like,
I wish that casino was real. I would have fucking gone.
Yeah. I would just flip a coin. Which hand? I was like, why is that not a real casino? You could just take people's money all the time.
Just give the house better odds and the house will come out on top.
Yeah. Okay. So you went Edwin Starr, the song War, and then War, the card game. I'm going to go the band War because you get Lowrider out of that.
Yeah.
So why can't we be friends? Which is like, it's the ultimate, like, who needs war when we could just be friends? Band. The band War. Robert, you got two here.
All right. I think this is local. I'm not entirely sure. War Pig Barbecue.
Solid. Big fan. Shout out to Janelle Butterworth.
Never heard of it.
Awesome.
And then I'm gonna go Warheads, the sour candy.
God,
I had that.
I was saving that one. I thought that was going to be a fucking absolute steal in the last round. Fucking great pick, Robert. Great pick. The best thing about this mock draft is like when we promote the podcast, we're like, and the guys did a mock draft of wars, and they're like, what? What a fucked up mock draft. And they're like, oh.
If they don't have the War of 1812 on there, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I think I got those are two, right? You did War Pig and Warheads. Okay. I'm gonna go Thumb Wars. A Thumb War? Come on.
That's a good pick.
Oh man,
Very simple. Very simple, but like Thumb Wars, come on. Those are honestly like Star Wars was my A1. My number 2 was War of the Band, and number 3 was Thumb War. So I'm crushing it in my own mind right now.
Well, I mean, you also didn't think about War the card game, so you're just dumb.
That was my 4.
Liar. Okay, I'm gonna take the History Channel because that's all about wars.
All right.
Yeah, you get all that shit in there, and it's compelling television. Okay, last pick here. Still fucking pissed off I didn't get Star Wars. I am gonna take son of a bitch. I will go with the War Room. You know, in the White House where the president goes when they have to conduct like military operations, because that's just an awesome. It's called the War Room. That's fucking awesome.
No, I'll give you that. That's a cool one.
Here's the thing though. I also think when people are just reading it and voting, I don't know if they're going to get what the War Room is, so that could hurt. But
I have a picture to look at.
I mean, I guess you can put the picture in there. Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of them that I could pick here, but I think this is a steal in the 4th round. Wario from Mario, like the evil brother. Like, why would I not like Wario?
Not his brother.
Well, he's related to him, right? They're all plumbers. They're maybe the same plumber union.
Yeah, they're local 186.
Yeah, but he's got a cool mustache, a funny laugh. He's always the cool dude to play with sometimes on Mario Kart. So I'm gonna go Wario as my final pick. Robert, back to you. Last pick of the draft.
So I'm stuck between 2. One that I personally like more, but I think one that more people will know. So I think I'm gonna go with World War Z.
World War Z.
I had that on there. I almost went with a movie for my last one, but after I didn't get Star Wars, I was just in a bad mood.
Yeah. See, I had a couple others. So, all right, let's to recap our picks. Then we'll do some honorable mentions. To recap our mock draft of war, Robert has Avengers: Infinity War, War Pig Barbecue, Warheads: The Candy, and World War Z. I need to make sure that I'm not writing 2 on my World War Z, the movie. I have Star Wars, War the Band, Thumb Wars, and Wario from Mario. And then Pat has War, the song from Edwin Starr, War the card game, the History Channel, and the War Room, specifically the War Room in the White House. Okay, let's get some honorable mentions. I think War of the Worlds was I'm shocked that was not off the board. I think I would have taken that personally over World War Z, just because it's a war between worlds.
Completely forgot about that movie.
World War Z was a better movie.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the War of the Worlds, the radio broadcast, like that really made people think that the world was at war.
I thought you were going Tom Cruise movie.
That's what I thought too.
People freaked out. They're like, oh my God, there's aliens attacking the radio singing. It's like, that's not a news broadcast. It's not a news broadcast, guys. Like, they didn't know what fake news was back then.
That was like the greatest gotcha of all time, actually.
It wasn't an intentional gotcha. War of the Worlds, I didn't know who was going to get that one, who wasn't going to get that one.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if enough people know the history of that, though.
On my little cheat sheet, my power rankings up. Selfishly, I didn't take it because I knew that it wouldn't do well. Alex's race horse got a lot of people through the pandemic. That was one of the only sports going on, but I prevailed. 105 straight days. I gave you guys Hot Wheels races in my living room because I care.
I'm surprised that in our mock draft of wars, you didn't choose race wars. Seems like it's right up your alley.
Maybe a little problematic, but it was Hot Wheels race wars. I also had Portuguese Man of Wars, which is jellyfish.
Or just Man of Wars, the ship. Those were great power ships back in the day.
Didn't really know what that is, but Portuguese Man of Wars.
It's a giant warship.
I had God of War.
Got the game.
Mm-hmm.
Good game.
I had Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone.
Robert, was the one that you wanted to pick, was it Baseball War?
No, it was God of War. It was God of
War. You should have done War the stat in baseball. Yeah.
I really thought Robert was going to go with that.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Yep. Warriors the movie.
Mm-hmm. I had
that. Lord of War, which was actually my second ranked movie on the list of movies that I had, but I don't know if enough people saw that, but it was a phenomenal Nicolas Cage movie. And then Captain America Civil War.
Okay, I was not gonna. I had the Civil War, but just the rivalry between Alabama and Auburn.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a great rivalry.
The Holy War is BYU and Utah. Raw is War. When WWF.
Yeah,
on Monday nights.
I almost put that in there just because I was like, if I put this in here,
you're gonna get the wrestling vote.
I was gonna get the wrestling vote, but I didn't pander.
With Ultimate Warrior, I also just wrote down War Paint because War Paint is cool, and that made me think of Braveheart.
War Paint is awesome.
War Admiral, Triple Crown winning horse. The War on Drugs, duh. Get some drugs off the street, and then the War on Crime. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a big fan of crime.
Depends on the crime.
I little surprised Pat didn't go warthogs, not specifically the animal, but from Halo.
I was I thought I was trying to just not choose things that had war in the middle of like another name. I wanted to actually, conflict involved. But I do.
That's pretty much all I got. But that was any other honorable mentions you had, Robert? I think you said you had like 5 down.
No, that was everything I had.
That was, this was a pretty. I thought it would just be funny to not actually take any real wars. So like, let's we talk about war. We're a little light when we talk. We're not here to talk about all the sad parts of war. Sometimes there's funny parts of war.
Could have taken a
specifically the things we said.
Warm box. Big.
Nice. But solid mock draft. If you guys have any more mock draft suggestions, hit us up #PTG mock draft to @PassTheGreatPod on Twitter. Let's move on now to the What Would Jesus Do segment, where we also like your participation on this one. We're going to do this until you guys quit sending us submissions, but use the #PTGWWJD to @PassTheGreatPod. Throw Jesus in a situation he might find himself in today's time. We used to get those WWJD bracelets, but they weren't like fortune cookies where they told you what he would do in the situation you're in. You were just supposed to assume that yourself. We're going to tell you what Jesus would do. You throw him in a situation he'd find himself in today. #PTGWWJD to @PassTheGreatPod. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right, let's go to our buddy David Ruiz @David_Ruiz90 on Twitter. And David says, which product would Jesus sponsor and make an infomercial for?
Okay, this just popped in my head, and I think it's a great answer. I think he would do the slap chop. Because how crazy would it be if Jesus just put like a small piece of something under there and goes, bam, you chop it once and you lift it up and it multiplies to 80 things.
That would be a good one.
That would be like the Jesus slap chop.
That would be a good one.
G shop.
I think if we're going dark, it'd be some sort of home improvement store.
But no, it's got to be an infomercial product, though. I mean, because it says, what would he make an infomercial for? Infomercial, it's got to be a product.
What it was just like a all night Home Depot just ad. Like, doesn't
Trick
matter.
nails.
Oh yeah. So when they want to nail you to the cross, got him. Not again, Judas.
Maybe.
I think he'd be like Miracle Wine or some shit like that, like some sort of wine.
Oh, Jesus' own soda stream that instead of carbonating the water, it turns into wine.
Soda Stream. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Robert, any ideas from you, or do you disagree with Soda Stream?
I thought it would be like I was thinking sandals, specifically Crocs.
Crocs
might do
would
Crocs.
not be a bad guess.
You know,
I can see Crocs.
keep your feet comfortable while you're walking.
I really don't see any of us being wrong in these answers. I think Slap Chop is funny. I think the Crocs is practical. And I really think the mine is just kind of like the worst one, honestly.
I like my soda stream more than
the
the
Soda Stream, which is really
than
your
the
idea
Slap
that I
Chop,
just
though.
stole.
Yeah, I had two ideas. What I lack for in the Precome segment, I make up for. What would Jesus
And
do?
the WWJD segment. I think you do infomercials for both. JC's a fun guy.
He would be Billy Mays. He'd be all over the place. He'd have a lot of products.
Hey, it's me, Jesus. You know me. I died for your sins. And you're like, fuck, I had to buy it now. Like the ultimate guilt
died
trip into buying
and
stuff
came
is like the
back.
guy that died for your sins. You're like, yeah, I'm buying this.
I died for your
1-800.
sins,
da-da-da-da.
and then I came back to bring you this fantastic offer.
I had to rise from the dead because you cannot miss out on this. And if you call now, we're going to throw in a free flashlight.
Contrary
What?
to popular belief, I did not die. I passed out with excitement when I saw this amazing deal.
They always did that where they were like, they'd throw in one thing that had nothing to do with whatever you ordered. They're like, and right now, if you call now, the first 50 callers, in addition to our glow-in-the-dark shower head, you're also going to get some toenail clippers.
No, my
These toenail
favorite.
clippers are the best toenail clippers. They clip, they also clip, and look at these. They're clipping these toenails right off. You're like, why would I want toenail clippers? They have a nice little light. You can see right where your toes are. You can clip your toenails in the dark.
My favorite one was, if you buy the Slap Chop in the next 15 minutes, we're going to give you 2 smaller Slap Chops.
Like, why would I want those?
Now you have 1 strawberry you need to cut. Well, maybe the blades aren't hidden. Use the Slap Chop Mini, and you'll cut that strawberry up in no time.
Which is awesome because it was basically like, so if the main product you buy fucks up, which is probably gonna fuck up, let's just say it's not as good as I'm telling you it is. Don't worry, you got these little tiny baby ones. But they always would throw in flashlights. Like, this flashlight is more lightier than all the other lights. Look at this. Even in the rain, you can still see the light. I'm like, I can see light in the rain anyways, right? Like, this isn't, what is unique about it? What's made of stainless steel? It'll keep the bad guys away.
I just pictured a great infomercial in my head of Jesus with the ShamWow, but he's like walking up to like a dirty, blind, homeless guy and wipes the ShamWow and all the dirt and shit off of his face, and then he can see.
It's like, I wasn't blind. I just had shit in my face.
I just love that infomercial guy always wore the headset. Now he became problematic later on, but the dedication to the headset when you're wearing a commercial, like, yeah, dude, we hear you. You're mic'd up on a stage.
But he wanted to be like a boy band. So then he was like, well, I got cut from O-Town. So then I got into slap chopping.
I just
And
never got
ShamWow.
rid of the headset.
And didn't he do Snuggie too?
Ooh, a Jesus Snuggie would be great.
No, but I'm saying that guy, the same dude that did Slap
Oh, yeah.
Chop, also
Yeah.
did ShamWow, and I'm pretty sure he did Snuggie too, and like the OG Snuggie commercials.
I want to get another Snuggie.
I went
It's not really-
to Sadie Hawkins dance in that was our matching outfit was a Snuggie, and it was a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, like when you got to walk around with it, it
Snuggies,
just falls
like
off
they're
the front of you.
funny. it's like a funny gift to give to somebody, but like most of the time it's like when I get up, I don't want the blanket coming with me.
Well, I mean, it's very good on the couch though. Because like, oh, I can still use my hands outside of it if I need to. It's got the pouch that you can tuck your feet into. But I don't
You
know.
used to not have the pouch. They used to just be a blanket. It was a blanket with sleeves. Like that was all it was. It was like a poncho that didn't go over your head. Like
Am I spelling it wrong, or did that company fold?
Probably it folded.
Yeah.
There were all those knockoffs.
Yeah, dude. There's no Snuggie.com. Like, first of all, when you Google it, the first one that pops up is the Comfy, which is just a knockoff, and then you can find Snuggies on Amazon. But oh no, here we go. Never mind. Wow, Snuggie, why are you the third thing that shows up on Google?
Because they're not paying Google money. But yeah, like Snuggies are basically just like sideways ponchos.
It was one of my favorite Christmas gifts.
They're like long sleeve ponchos, is what they are.
No, because a poncho covers front and back. It's a half poncho.
It's a side poncho.
No, because it's not on your side. It's just a half poncho.
Only one side of you. It's one-sided poncho.
I still love my Snuggie.
I'm not shitting on Snuggies, but it's like when like they make it seem like you could just like on the commercial, they'd be at a soccer game, their daughter's soccer game wearing a Snuggies. Like you would be roasted by everybody else.
Are you kidding me?
On your daughter's soccer team.
No way. All the wine moms. I guarantee you all the wine moms getting drunk at that game were wearing Snuggies.
But then you'd be stumbling all over the blanket that you have sleeves on that you forget doesn't just slide off when you get up. Like that's the beauty of a blanket.
I remember seeing parents wear them.
Yeah, they weren't the cool parents.
Who gives a shit about if you're worried about being the cool parent, you're probably a shitty parent.
Those people were the same people that also bought that like plastic box that they could sit in. So they go, I'm out of the sun. It's like, and you also look like a weirdo.
No, Snuggie was
just fucking bring an
umbrella
like everybody else.
I'm going to be practical, and I also want to get drunk. It's cold, but I need to drink, so I need access to my hands.
Well, you could also hide your wine under the big fucking blanket below you.
I mean, drinking parents didn't really worry too much about hiding it because drinking parents always find a group and then they all drink together.
Sorry. This is America.
My dad and the other dads, they sat down the third baseline or first baseline, past the dugout. They brought their own cooler and they had booze all in it. And they all sat down there and watched the game, which is the parent I hope to be someday. Otherwise, I'll be the dad sitting out in the parking lot drinking beer with binoculars. I don't give a shit. I'm drinking.
I like Will Ferrell on SNL where he's like, "It's a snow cone. It's a snow cone, babe. Just got another snow cone." And he just keeps cracking beers. The snow cones.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
they got ice on them.
Parents out there, let us know when you go to your kids'
it's an
new
ice.
sporting
it says
events.
Ice on the can. Right? It's a snow cone.
Maybe it's just because of the parents I grew up around. I don't understand how you can go to youth sports and not drink.
Because you love your kid and you like just trying to like help your kid in the development.
You're still there to support them, but like it's a Saturday and you're an adult with bills and shit.
Baseball makes sense because baseball takes for fucking ever.
Also, I mean, you're not doing it at basketball. You're in and you got to be outside to do this.
Right. Like hockey parents, you also had to just drive us 3 hours to wherever we're going.
And hockey's expensive. So you do whatever the fuck you got to do. But like
yeah,
baseball and football, we're drinking.
My dad used to like videotape my games so that I could watch film back on it. Obviously,
yeah, my dad
that paid off.
I was already
paid off because I'm an NHL goaltender now.
Yeah, I mean, I was already good, so I didn't need film. Obviously, not that good because I'm here, but I was too good. I was youth sports pretty fucking good.
I was good at that point too.
I'd love to go back and redo that, man. I fucking dominate again.
All right, let's move on to the not cool segment where you guys can send us your not cools, anything throughout the week that happens to you that makes you say, hey man, that's not cool. Hit us up on Twitter at PassGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool and sound off. We're gonna pick some of the best ones each week. We might not get to all of them, but we're gonna, because it would take 4.5 hours if we got to all of them. But we do appreciate everybody that sends them in, and we may get to them in another week. But hashtag PTG not cool to at PassTheGravyPod. Pat, will you tell everybody about our good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company? Also, shout out to them, their 14th anniversary this weekend up at the brewery.
Yep, I'll start off with that. This Saturday, 14th anniversary. Food by Ellis Stuffed Burgers, Mr. Porco, and Scratch by Sarah. I'm gonna assume Mr. Porco serves some pork because that sounds delicious. And then stuffed burgers. I don't know if you've never had a burger with cheese stuffed inside of it, Robert.
I have not.
A lot of time they're called Juicy Lucy's. I don't know why that's the name. That's what they're called. It's fucking delicious. There's gonna be live music. You guys know how they do out there. And of course, you know, like every other Sunday, it's Crawfish Sunday. You're always gonna have a good time out there. While you're out there, I highly recommend getting some of this new Bombshell Wit. This is week number 2 in a row of me drinking this because it's absolutely delicious. The can is sexy as shit. I mean, yellow with the racing stripe and the girl riding the bomb. You know how they do. It's amazing. I believe you can still get the Metzli pecan porter out, or not pecan porter, pecan stout. Sorry. I've said it multiple times. It is one of my favorite beers in the world. I love stouts. Nobody does it better than Southern Star. Got the classic bombies like always. You know, you're never going to go wrong with that. Or I would say the official beer of this podcast, the Strawberry Bombshell Blondes. I would call that the official beer. When you push for a beer so hard that you get them to start making it again, that's your beer. That's your official beer. Nothing to be said about it. Also, I saw some Valkyries. I don't know if they're doing another run of them or if they were just still sitting around. I think I saw on social media they did another run of the Valkyrie. I believe it's a double IPA, guys. Go out and get it. Maybe don't plan on going anywhere after because they're going to put you on their ass, but they're absolutely delicious and they do get the job done. But really any beer, I mean, or just go to the section of your local store that has all the Southern Stars, close your eyes, reach in and grab one. You're going to do well anyway. There's never a bad beer from Southern Star, ever. I defy any one of you to tell me you didn't like one of their beers, and I'll call you a fucking liar and break your legs because I don't like liars, especially when it comes to delicious beer. They're our friends. They're your friends. The best beer makers in the world. I was going to say country, and I was like, that's not even, I'm going to say galaxy, solar system, whatever you want to say. There's aliens out there brewing beer somewhere. They don't do it this good. They wish. They could never. They could never. Southern Star Brewing Company. The best beer for people who like beer and beer for people who don't like beer. You don't like beer, we're going to find you a beer that you like, starting with the strawberry.
Or the Southern Brunch.
Or the brunch. It's a mimosa. If you don't like beer, you probably you still like to drink.
A beer mosa.
I bet you, even though he wouldn't try them, I guarantee you we could find Robert a beer that he likes. That is a guarantee.
If Robert drank beer, he would like that.
If we could just get him to sample, we would find him one that he likes.
Right, Robert? If you drank alcohol, you would love Southern Star as your favorite beer, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, see? He's a company guy. He gets it.
Go
Southern
see
Star
him.
Brewing Company, guys. The best. And did you already tell him about D-Lamb too?
I did not. I was waiting for you. You do better at the actual promo shit. I just kind of rant.
Darn Like a Marlin 2. Electric Boogaloo. Beer release. Saturday, April 16th, we got a live podcast. We're going to be out there. We're going to have some live music. There's going to be some bomb-ass food. I know Pat was already telling you guys about the food, but Darn Like a Marlin 2, Electric Boogaloo. I am actually going to have to reach out to our graphics guy this week, get him to work on some of the imaging and everything, and it's going to be a ton of fun. I can't believe it's awesome that we got one beer ever, like that somebody made a beer for us. The fact that they're making 2, like, I feel like a king, and it's awesome. And shout out to our buddy Keith. Keith was rocking the Gravy Gang hoodie today. He knew it was Gravy Day, but Southern Star Brewing Company, their family and your family. If you're listening to the podcast, let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. They'll hook you up. Southern Star Brewing Company, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy and the Not Cool segment. Not cool, man.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. It's not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool,
man.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
All right. Who has a not cool they want to share first out of us 3?
Baseball.
Solid.
Baseball.
That's just gonna be Robert's every week until we have baseball.
That makes sense.
Baseball.
That makes sense.
Baseball. Not fucking cool.
Also, I was talking about earlier about mattress. I bought a new mattress, and it was like one of those like mattress in a box thing, and it was incredibly heavy because I got not to brag, but I got a king size.
Sick.
It was incredibly heavy.
Ooh, Mr. Moneybag.
We got a millionaire over here.
Alex, sidebar. I think we're paying him too much.
I don't even have a king size.
Well, you're 19 pounds, so
Robert's not that much bigger than me. Robert's probably my size.
Robert's
We're
a
the
swole
same
house,
size.
though.
I give Robert shorts that I order sometimes.
But the thing was too heavy, and I hurt my arm, like the muscle in my arm, like trying to lift that up, especially like up the stairs because we live upstairs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that sucks. It's like it's like when you go golfing or you go Top Golf. You're like, I don't ever use these muscles in my side ever. And now I'm sore as shit the next day because I was just doing golf swings. It's like, I'm not used to this.
That happens
Exactly.
every time. Every time I go to Top Golf once a year. The next day, every fucking time.
You're like, oh, my whole side hurts. What's happening? You're, I'm out of shape and I don't.
My
use these
hands
muscles.
are sore from holding something that's making contact.
No, that's a sign not cool. You're just like, I didn't expect to be sore the next day from this.
Yeah.
Mine's a pretty stupid one, I guess. It's just a very specific one, but it had been a previous not cool. Was my dog walking path always had it had a fire hydrant that was leaking, so I would always get like it would always leak out into the street, and then if cars drove by, I'd have to like dodge spraying street water from cars that drove by too close or whatever. But then it was also like it leaked out halfway into the street, so it wasn't really those cars' fault. They were just driving down the road. So they fixed that a while back, probably about a month or a little over a month ago, I guess. And that was awesome. It was like I could just walk straight down this. There weren't puddles I had to hop over. There wasn't like mud that people had to also hop over puddles. So then everything just became mud because that's how people had to get around. That was gone. It was awesome. It was a nice little stroll. You could take Wheezy out. And the other night on Thursday last week, I was taking Wheezy out. I had my AirPods in and they had that noise canceling thing. And Wheezy was like being really weird. She usually only does that when it's like thundering and she wants to go inside and she doesn't want to be outside anymore. And I was like, it's not thundering. Like it's fine. And I kind of pulled her along and we just kept going. And then when we came back, there were two cars that obviously had just gotten in a wreck. There was probably 50 feet behind me, but around a corner. So I didn't hear it because I had my headphones in, and that was probably what Wheezy was reacting to. So I felt like an asshole, just like not validating, like, bitch, what the fuck's wrong with you? Let's just go. But when we got back, one of the cars had like crashed into a telephone pole. And in doing so, they had run through the same fire hydrant that we just had fixed. And they haven't fixed that yet. So it's just problems right back. And it's muddy where people have gone around, and it's been over a week now. So people have gone around it enough to where it's just a mud path. And you got to watch if you're going to get sprayed by cars that are driving through the street water. And it's this reoccurring nightmare. It's just right back again. And,
have you considered taking spray paint and drawing a dick around it and then sending pictures to the city?
The water or the fire hydrant? Because the fire hydrant is sideways currently. They did fix it by putting one. It's like one of those hazard things that it's not a cone, but it like splits in half. You can set it up, like you prop it up like
so.
So
for a week,
and they just have that
water running constantly right there.
Absolutely, yeah.
That seems like an incredible waste.
It definitely is. It definitely is. And they raised our rent too, which is sick, dude. It's sick.
How are they able to raise your rent when you have a current contract?
Oh, they were just I was listening to they've already raised ours when we renewed, but like they raised it again to other people that I heard bitching about it. And then also a fun little thing they started to do was you can get a referral fee. So if I referred like Pat to come live at my apartments, I get exactly the referral fee happens to be exactly as much as they raised the rent too.
Wait, so did yours get raised again, or just other?
I got raised when I renewed.
Yeah. Oh no, but
now
like,
it's raised more for these people that are renewing now.
You got to get the fuck out of there.
No, dude, they gave us these really cool amenities, dude. They gave us.
Alex, you need to buy a house.
But dude, they just got a movie room that you can rent because nobody has TVs in an apartment.
Alex, you need to move.
How cool is that?
You don't need to buy a house. You can rent a house. You got to get the fuck out of there, man.
Dude, no, but you don't know. You know what else they did? We have another amenity that they added on is we have the opportunity to pay for a maid service that they have recommendations for. Even though before this new company took over, you could just have the maids clean your apartment. Like that was, you didn't have to pay, you had to tip them, but you had to pay them.
Well, I mean, still couldn't you just go directly to that company?
Ain't that?
Oh, Alex is in trouble. That fucking sucks. I guess I'll just start going with mine. First one I noticed when I got on camera today, and I know for like the last week and a half I've been eating like shit. I got on camera today. I was, God damn, my face looks fat today. I got a little extra. Maybe because I trimmed my beard and haven't shaved it. So like, I don't have as much hair. I mean, I haven't cleaned it, not shaved it. I don't have as much hair right here to cover my fat double chin. So that, but my main one is for the first time in a long time of new phones that I've gotten. I didn't get an I got an OtterBox, but I didn't get like the heavy duty one that I always get. And I didn't get a screen protector like I normally do. Dropped this one the other day. Didn't land on the screen because there's a lip so that it can't land on the screen. Landed on the corner right here on the concrete. Crack going right across now.
Yeah.
I'm not that worried about it's a little crack. It goes like top corner to like bottom or top right to like midway down on the left side. It's not going to affect anything. It doesn't bother me. Eventually, in a while, because I know cracks spread and it's going to spread over a long time. When that happens, I'll pay the fucking $100 to get the screen repaired. I'm actually like really not.
I got to do it for like $40.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I really, I just didn't have another not cool until I logged on and saw my fat face today. So like, I'm actually not worried about it at all. But I was like, yeah, that's really the only thing that's happened this week. Also,
my guy Mahmoot will fucking get you set, bro.
I love the vest life, but it's really like here's another not cool. It's starting to warm up again. I don't like it. My back is really sweaty from just sitting here in this vest.
I'm feeling fantastic.
Well, I mean, you're in. I know what chair you're in. It's just a wooden chair. I'm in like a big old. For the people on the video, like I'm in a big chair with like pillows behind me and shit,
made of
and
fur.
it's like it's fabric, so doesn't breathe. There's no airflow hitting my back. It's just my fat back against the surface with a decently warm shirt and a vest. So like if you guys saw me earlier doing this with my vest, I was taking it off of my back. So, and you can only see my shoulders anyway. That's why I was doing it, because I'm fat and I'm getting sweaty and I got to drive to the rodeo like as soon as this ends. So that's a problem.
You gonna wear the vest to the rodeo though?
I was planning on it, but I mean,
You should.
I think
you should.
I think I'm gonna have to change the shirt. I showed you guys, showed Alex beforehand. I think I'm gonna wear this ridiculous, just loud ass shirt to the rear. Here's the thing though, my mom got me that years ago. No fucking idea if that's gonna fit.
Well, yeah, try it.
We're gonna see. Because let's face
We
it.
can only hope.
That shirt with this vest, I'll be serving Luke's.
Yeah, you will be. Yeah, you will. All right, so that's our not cool segment. Hashtag PTG not cool to @PassAgrayPod. If you would like to submit yours to us, let's get you guys ready for the answers segment. You can submit any question that comes to your mind at hashtag PTG answers @PassAgrayPod on Twitter. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. If you got a high thought, something you thought of while drunk, just any question at all, you want relationship advice, hit the boys at Pass the Gravy up at Pass Gravy Pod. Use the hashtag PTG answers. That's how we get them on the Twitter. The answer segment brought to you by our good friends at Alamo Remedy CBD. They got a little bit of everything. They got the hemp flower. They got the cucumber melon lotion that you can just apply on whatever affected area you have. They also have the gummies, the CBD gummies, which are awesome. And if you have a little flight anxiety, those are always easy to help you just chill out a little bit. I enjoy those. Sometimes if you have some trouble sleeping, pop one of those little gummies. Maybe start with a half a gummy, see how that affects you, and then it'll just knock you right out. It'll be great, and it doesn't stress you out. You're not gonna be feeling paranoid or anything like that. But Alamo Remedy will hook you up if you use our promo code PTG. They're gonna give you 10% off your order, and they'll let us know. We'll give you guys a shout out on the next podcast. They have the tincture oil and the capsules that you can take each day. And just check them out. Almo Remedy CBD at Almo Remedy and at Almo Remedy CBD on Twitter and Instagram, the official CBD sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast and the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, let's start off with our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. Skylar says, if you try to fail but end up succeeding, what did you actually do? You
fucking
succeeded at failing, or you failed at failing.
You balled
Tried
out.
to fail. No, but if you try to fail but you succeed, then you failed at failing and you succeeded.
Here's the thing. Failing is
Success
fucking
is the
up,
opposite
though.
of failure.
So you're trying to fuck up, but you actually did a good job, so you're still going to get credit for you. You just balled out, man.
Like,
Just
yeah,
effortlessly.
but also
You're
that
so
just-
good.
That means you fucked up at fucking up.
Yeah, but it's because you're so good that you can't even fuck up. Like, you just got to inflate your
Fucking up
ego
at
with it.
fucking up is doing well, so that's exactly what you did.
Yeah, like I'm so good I can't even fail. You just got to inflate your ego with it. Be like, yes, I'm
Right.
fucking awesome.
I agree with that. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
pump yourself up, bro.
What we got next? We got Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on Twitter, and he says, why don't breakfast restaurants have appetizers?
I mean, you don't
They
really
should.
need it. Like, it's a breakfast restaurant. You're going there to eat breakfast food. You're ready for it. I'm guessing that's why, because it's technically you're probably going to be your first meal of the day and you're hungry, so you know you're getting your shit. But that being said, I think we had a discussion off of this afterwards. Can you imagine? Like, oh, can we just get an order of silver dollar pancakes for the table?
Just some mini pancakes would be an awesome appetizer.
Or
Mini
like
pancakes would be awesome.
waffles that
Just-
are cut into quarters?
I mean, really, oatmeal should be like an appetizer.
It's breakfast soup.
Yeah, it's just like Benihana. Bring that out before you get your pancakes. You had some oatmeal.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean,
like a little sliced fruit. Yeah, they should have breakfast appetizers. Like if you go to Waffle House, like instead of chips and dip, just give me some like a mini bowl of syrup and some mini pancakes. You can dip those
All
bad
right.
boys.
I mean,
What's wrong with that?
this is something I would have never thought of, but I'm fully on board with. Like,
Sliced banana. Just sliced fruit is also like a solid appetizer for a
it's
breakfast.
not. No, it's not. That's not an appetizer. Get out of here. Now,
You can
I
play
would
that
say
game though.
for a breakfast place. Yes, you can play that. Sliced fruit is not an appetizer. Get out of here.
If you get it free, if it's like complimentary, like chips and salsa, like I don't
It's
think
not an
anybody's gonna
appetizer.
bat
That's
an
not an
eye at
appetizer.
it.
Then.
Oh,
Free
fuck
shit
yeah.
isn't an appetizer. Like, bread on the table is not an appetizer. It's bread.
I think you should also be able to get just like chopped fruit as like an appetizer.
That's a side.
Just fried mini pancakes would be awesome appetizers.
Yeah, I mean,
You can-
silver dollar pancakes right
You can
there.
dip
You
in
just
like
put-
little like weird different kinds of syrups. Like it's like a flight of syrup, but it's
well, I mean, they
just for your
I
baby
have
pancakes.
you got all the syrups right there on the table.
right. But it'd be cool if they brought it to you in a flight.
Damn, man, I ain't been to IHOP or Waffle House or fucking Denny's in a while. I'm gonna go just fucking dominate some pancakes.
We can fuck up some Waffle House right now.
I love me some IHOP too.
Team Waffle House over IHOP.
But no, don't get me wrong. Yes, but I'm just saying, like, if I want pancakes, I'm going to IHOP. They're the international house of them.
That's
I like
all
ha-
they're known for.
I like my flavored syrups all right there on the table. God damn it! No, I want some fucking.
There should definitely be breakfast appetizers. I would give you that.
There should be, yeah. It's bullshit that there isn't. You don't get to decide how fat I want to be in the morning.
Yeah.
You're just gonna make me order 4 entrees. Thanks, dick.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna order 1,000 pancakes. This is on you.
Easy appetizer for the table, just like a plate of bacon and sausages. Like we'll just bring
So
that out
easy,
as
yeah.
an appetizer. Get us some meat before
Family
we
style
eat.
bacon. Yeah.
We all want to eat meat before we eat our meal.
It's just a giant omelet cut up into a bunch of pieces. It's just all of the breakfast food that you would normally order, but it's just cut up into like fourths of a plate.
Just give me a fucking bowl of cheese grits. That's it. We're gonna all split that as an appetizer.
We'll get a bowl of cereal for the table.
Okay, now you're going off the rails, man.
We should. Why can't you order a bowl of cereal for the table?
Because
It comes
you
in a
put-
bucket. It just comes in a bucket, and everybody can just eat out of it. That seems like a great idea.
that's the thing, though. You're putting the spoon in your mouth and then back into the cereal.
Who gives a shit? We're friends.
Who gets to drink the milk? At the
We
bottom.
all do.
Is
You
there-
all. It's like
hold on.
it's
So
like
it's a
an
bucket.
old timey. It's you get them. It's like a malt. We can have 2 straws and just put them in the bucket.
Well, I was gonna say it's a bucket with like 4 built-in straws that each go out in one direction. And everybody could just grab on. That was a bad visual. Once it's done, everyone just grabs onto their straw and puts their mouth on it. It sucks as hard as they can to see who can get the most milk at the end of it. But then again, a bucket of cereal, that's not an appetizer. That's just
We'll take a
split
bucket of
entree.
cereal for the table. No, it is. It's just an ongoing. It's more like a brunch, but it's just breakfast. So it's a breakfast brunch, which is only
You-
breakfast.
you
So
know
it's
what-
not brunch.
you know
at
what the
all,
thing
it's just
is?
breakfast.
The appetizer at brunch would just be like, can we get avocado toast for the table? That's we all want a little avocado toast.
But it would be really funny if you could just. Can we just get a bucket of cereal for the table?
Which I was talking about this with somebody the other day.
You get a ladle.
Unless,
You can just scoop it out.
unless you put a bunch of salt on it, avocado is actually kind of fucking trash. Like I get the health benefits, it's good
I
fiber
disagree.
and everything that you're
I
getting.
disagree with that.
When's the last time you ate avocado just by itself with nothing else on it?
That used to be a little treat I would have in the afternoon sometimes. Honestly,
That's a
Like,
shit treat. That's a shit treat.
But it's like really
It-
good for you. Yeah.
If you don't, yeah, but it's okay.
I like the
how many
taste of
things?
avocado.
Like I don't think it's bad, but
I think
it's
people don't like the texture. I think the texture is what drives a lot of people
No,
away.
I-
don't
I-
mind it at all. I really
I
like it.
like avocado, but it has to be, you got to put salt on it. You got to season that bitch. If you're just eating straight up avocado, low key trash for the price because everyone charges out the ass for avocado.
Well, that's why you just go to self checkout and you mark it like it's celery.
You're a piece of shit.
No, I'm efficient.
You're a piece of shit. You're going to get arrested.
All right, I'm not gonna get arrested. Leave that part out, Robert.
You're a cumbag.
Scumbag. That's what it says. Our next question is from Josh Treecottle at Joshua Tree 713. He says, "Oh, this is a good one. Are mirrors visual boomerangs?"
No,
No.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
we have
You see
established
yourself, it goes in, it comes right back. Yeah, that's exactly what it
whether
is.
whether Alex and the listeners want to admit it or not, me and Robert have established that in order for it to be a boomerang, it has to have a curve to it on its way back. It can't be forward, like just straight forward and straight back. That's not a boomerang. That's a deflection.
You tell me all mirrors don't have no mirrors have
reflection.
curves. What if it's a rounded mirror? That's some fucking curves on that bitch.
But the visual of it is not curving.
Yeah. it is.
And
It goes
also,
from me to there to right back to me.
me and Robert have also established you have to throw it for it
Mhm.
to be a boomerang.
I'm throwing my image right into that.
You're not. You're
Throwing
just-
itself
literally-
right back at me.
You're literally standing
metaphorically.
there doing nothing.
No, I
No.
think mirrors are 100% visual
They're not.
boomerangs.
Okay, you
guys
say
are
it
just
is. Me
haters.
and Robert
You
both
guys
say
are
it's
just
not.
haters. Y'all are just.
No.
Easy says it is a visual boomerang.
We've established this many
We just
times
say
on this
nothing if it's
podcast.
a visual boomerang.
We're not math guys. We're science guys. Me and Robert are men of science, and science backs us up.
Mirrors are visual boomerangs. Good.
No.
Great question. Great question.
Oh, Robert's not a
Um,
big democracy guy, or Alex is not a big democracy guy. He doesn't like being outvoted.
Robert's not a big democracy guy. You already said that.
Yeah, well,
all right.
I drank 5 beers. Leave me alone.
Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter says, "Why is a pizza round, cut into triangles, and delivered in a square box?"
he
Box.
said
delivered in a box. I have been having HEB has some pretty bomb ass flatbread pizzas, and they are more of a rectangle, and I have enjoyed those.
I do enjoy a rectangular cut. Oh, wait, are you talking about the pizza's a rectangle?
It's a flatbread.
I also like when pizzas are cut into just like the square grid. You get the smaller piece. I like that.
Because you can eat
Not everyone gets
24 of
crust.
them and you don't feel fat. You're like,
And
I didn't eat
also-
a half a pizza. I just ate 17 pieces.
And then people that are like, oh no, I don't eat the crust. Fuck you. It's bread. Bread is delicious. You're eating bread underneath it. You just don't want the bread part of the bread. You're a
That's
dick.
exactly
You eat the
what
middle
you mean.
piece. I'm gonna eat the other shit. And I'm also gonna eat the middle pieces. So when it comes to the bread pieces, you don't want any, and I have more pizza. And also,
Now
I don't
you're
have to get
being
mad
mean.
when someone's like, dude, I ate 5 slices of pizza. I'm like, no, you didn't finish this single slice. I see 5 pieces of crust right there. You ate 0.
3.5. Yeah.
That
3.5.
that used to make me mad when you'd go to CC's with your friends as a kid and see who could eat the most pizza. And they're like, dude, I had 12 slices of pizza. I'm like, you had 0. You had 0 slices of pizza. You did not finish 1 slice of pizza. That counts
If
as
it's
a
CC's
0.
and it's a buffet, you get the good stuff. Like, I'm not gonna like, if you don't like crust, you're not gonna waste it on the crust.
No. But if you're going
for
for a competition, who can eat the most pizza? You get
That's fair.
zeros. If you don't finish the slice of pizza, it counts as a 0. And by the way, I would still win while eating the crust because even when I wasn't fat, I was a fat kid.
I think that it's just because it's more efficient to put something in a box. Round cuts into triangles a little bit easier. But yeah, it is funny. There's a lot of shapes involved in pizza.
It is. It's
Wow,
ironic
a
that
lot
there's
of
3 different
shapes.
shapes, but it's all about efficiency, is what it is.
Pizza has a lot of shapes. Last question of the week from Adam the Cop at Deputy 83T12 on Twitter. He says, Fat Tuesday, when he wrote this, is tomorrow, and Ash Wednesday is the following day. With keeping up with Catholicism, with keeping up with my Catholicism,
There you
what
go.
should I give up for Lent that's not beer?
So today's Ash Wednesday. I have not left my house, so I did not realize that because I haven't
Wow.
seen anybody walk. Here's the thing, though.
Wow.
Every Ash Wednesday, the first time I see somebody, I go, or it'll like I'll be in a crowd for like a couple minutes, and I'm like, why do
Kiss
so
my
many people?
ash.
Why do so many people look dirty today? And I'm like, oh, it's Ash Wednesday.
Wow.
It always
Wow.
takes me a minute. Do what I used to always do. Give up Cheetos. Because it's very easy to just
Do
not
something
eat
you're
Cheetos.
not gonna do. You're a cop. You hate skateboarders, right? So give up skateboarding. Done. That's an easy one. I'm not skateboarding anymore.
You've been playing some Tony Hawk lately?
I have been actually. Just got finished with the warehouse.
Oh God, I love that level. Let's see. What would be you know what? Because the point of it is to give up something that you actually love and do a lot.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Give up the donuts, bud.
Donuts. All right. Yeah, you know
Give up
donuts,
the donuts.
for you, Adam. That's
You
a
know
good
what?
one. That's a
This
good
will
one.
actually help for you and your wife. Give up taking care of your wife because that's
Nope.
a
She's
sacrifice
pregnant.
for both
She's
of you.
pregnant.
But it's a
She's
sacrifice
pregnant.
for Jesus.
No.
It's for
Let's go back to the
God.
donuts. Let's go back to the donuts or skateboarding. Those are the 2 real options we're going to give you. You take care of your pregnant wife. Big fans of
Definitely.
taking care of your pregnant wife on Pass the Gravy.
I mean,
You heard it here first.
you get mad at me for just shitting on your bits all the time. You can't even run with one of mine.
I'm not gonna let you get one if you won't let me have one.
I'll let you have them all the time
You ruined my tax day.
because it scared me. Okay, I'm dumb. Leave me alone.
I think skateboarding or donuts. Probably donuts. Donuts would be the funniest one.
Maybe
So would skateboards.
give up arresting people.
Doing your job.
All right. Well, I know you hit him in the face with a club, but I'm gonna leave you off.
Give
leave
up.
you off with a warning because it's Lent.
Give up turning your lights on your car. Like you can't turn the blue and reds on for a whole 40 days, right?
Maybe you
40
flip it
days.
instead of giving something up, add something like
No.
whenever you put.
That's
No,
not
hold
Lent.
on though. It'll be a service to the community. Every time you pull somebody over, when you walk up to their car like you're hitting a runway. Like really fucking sway the hips back and forth. It's
That's
gonna
not
make
Lent.
them laugh.
That's not Lent.
But
I think
instead of giving something up, you're providing a service.
that cop walked
to the
up to me
community.
so sassy, and then he gave me a ticket.
Licenses and registration.
I think you go donuts is probably the best answer.
Yeah, probably donuts.
Probably the best answer.
He's probably
Great
dude, I don't
question.
even fucking eat donuts. Like that's very disrespectful
Well,
that you
then
guys.
it'll be easy to give up. It'll be easy to give up.
There you go, like
Um,
my Cheetos.
Exactly. Or skateboarding. Hashtag PGG answers to at Pass Great Pod. I am at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Please give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to podcasts. Share us with a friend. Let them know about Pass the Gravy podcast. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search Pass the Gravy podcast on YouTube. Robert works very hard to put up these videos every single week. Go thumbs up that video and make some comment about donuts or something like that. But we gotta get those YouTube subscriptions up so we can start getting fucking paid for those videos. You guys be good to one another. Robert has a podcast. It's a recent study suggests you can listen to new episodes of that with him and Sam every single Monday to hear why they recorded this week's podcast in a closet. That'll be an interesting one right there. I do the Claire and Big Blue podcast with Mike Fish. That is at CBB Pod. If you're into soccer and football, go check that one out. And at Pass the Gravy Pod, give us that 5-star review as well. We love you guys. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your week. And until we talk to you motherfuckers again, pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
Apple bottom jeans and boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her when she